What's up?
Yo,
What's going on?
I'd like to have an intellectual conversation with you.
Do you calling in because you need advice or you got a perspective? It ain't you calling in.
I just want to put that button on your ass. I just want to fully top your ass, top up your body, fully top,
All right, so
fully,
I'm gonna let you finish acting like a woman. I talk to
hey, fully. Act like a woman,
you.
act like a man, act like a transgender. I want fully your ass.
You young
You hear me?
niggas.
Fully top, green button,
All right, before we do that, right? Before we do that,
green button.
before you talk to me, you got to be able to make over $2,000 in a month. If you can't make over $2,000 in a month, you can't talk to me. And I
I'm
know
finna show
you
you.
poor. You're poor. You living in poverty. I'm looking at your outfit. Your socks are showing because your pants are too small because they don't fit you properly. Because you ain't got no fucking money. You broke ass little. You call yourself baby because you probably live in a fucking baby crib because you're too poor to afford a mattress. You broke ass little. You don't make enough money to talk to me. You don't make enough money to do nothing else but some of this bitch and act like the single mama who raised you. Little nigga. You too broke to fuck with me. You don't got enough money. You've never flew first class. You've never ate at an expensive restaurant. You've never done nothing in your life that has you to be spending extra money than the average person. You're poor. So it ain't shit that you got to tell me. You're struggling.
Fully,
Exactly.
fully.
The only fully that you got is your fully loaded food stamp card because your broke ass can't afford to buy groceries yourself.
Am I online?
Yeah.
Oh, can you see me?
Nah.
Hold on. Um,
Okay, Dama, you
it's
gotta
oh.
come back. You gotta come back up when you get
Hi.
prepared. Okay,
Can you
okay,
see me?
okay. When you get prepared, then come back up. You can't just come up and the whole live of hundreds of people just wait on you. You're making a lot of noises. You're not prepared. When you get prepared and you're ready to come up, you can come up. But we can't just sit and wait for you. We're not about to stop the live and just wait for you to get together. No, we can't do that. There's hundreds of people watching. Can't do that. But you can come back up whenever you get your shit together.
Hear me clearly.
Yeah.
Okay. So, in summary, am I? I just want to know if I'm wrong. I walked away from a relationship because the person I was dealing with, he made me feel like I was more of an investment. Once he found out that I graduated this year with my BSN, but I start my master's program in March. Prior to me telling him that, it was like we were dating. He was somewhat into me, but the moment he found that out, it was like I would love to be with you long term. I would love to marry you. I would love like it just like a switch flipped.
Wait, I'm confused. So he didn't want to fuck with you once you got stuff, or he did?
I feel like he did to a minimum, but the moment he found out, like, oh, he's like, oh, you about to have your master's too? Oh yeah, I gotta invest in you, and it was like a honeymoon phase after that.
I don't understand what you're saying.
What I'm saying is, am I wrong for walking away from that because he made me feel like an investment instead of a genuine, relationship?
Everything that you do is an investment. Every single person that you deal with, you invest in something. What do you mean?
Okay, maybe I'm wording this wrong in a way, or it could just be something that I'm thinking of. Okay, never mind. Thank you.
I'm asking a question. What you saying? Never mind for. Women are just y'all are a different level of just delusional and just it don't make no sense. I mean, I think it's crazy that y'all go throughout the dating market and y'all just lost and delusional and don't have no self awareness whatsoever. It's ridiculous. Y'all are just literally just delusional. I prove my point every day. And I think it's crazy because y'all go and get these high earning degrees, y'all get into these high earning fields and careers, and you wonder why you can't attract the man that you want. So you shouldn't be surprised. I mean, you were so focused on getting your career and getting your degree and getting this high earning or whatever it is. I mean, you're not gonna find the man that you want because the man that you want don't give a fuck about your money and don't give a fuck about your degrees. He don't give a fuck about that shit. The man that you don't want give a fuck about it, which is exactly why she had the negative response to what he said. What I'm saying is, why you surprised? You wanted to get your degree. You wanted to go for your career. That's just what you get. This is the response that you're gonna get, especially when you can't leverage your looks. I mean, you shouldn't be surprised. You're gonna get a bunch of dudes that want to go up under you. This is what y'all wanted. This strong, independent feminism. We don't need a man. We can do whatever a man can do. You shouldn't be surprised that you're getting the response that you get from the guys that you really don't even like that for real. The guy that you want don't give a fuck about your degree or give a fuck about your career. It's that simple. All you on fake page, you're not coming up here. So I don't know why you wasting your time. You're not coming up here. You on a fake page. And I know the difference between a real page and a fake page. I know when you add a girl as your profile picture, I can tell the shit's fake. You niggas are dumb and easily predictable. So all you niggas that's coming up on fake pages to troll me, you finna sit there and look stupid. I'm just letting you know now. And trust me, I got way less patience for men than I have for women. I don't have a lot of patience for you niggas. So it's in your best bet not to come up here on no goofy shit because I'm gonna get on your ass. It's that simple. And everybody know I'm not nice to men. I got way more patience for women than I do men. I don't like half of you niggas. I actually don't even like the majority of you niggas. 90% of you niggas I don't like. So don't come up here thinking it's finna be that. Get your bitch on. I mean, sure, there's women that's there that's attractive. I mean, that's anywhere, but Miami, Florida is the worst place on planet Earth where I would say that you go that where you should like it's the last place you should be looking for a woman. The last place. Cuban, Haitian, Dominican, Puerto Rican. What do they ethnic group got to do with it, my nigga? What the fuck do that mean? Flavors and choices. Well, I think you just looking at a woman of. So if you want to get an STD and be somebody's baby daddy, and because you don't have a lot of standards as a man, you just want to fuck anything that moves. Sure, go to Miami. But you kind of proving my point. There's so many what you call flavors and choices. I call mistakes and baggage. I don't give a fuck what they ethnic group is. I don't give a fuck what they look like. The thing that you should be focused on is having a woman around you that's good mentally. And Miami is going to be the worst place to find that on planet Earth because of the society, because of what they're around, because of the hypersexualization, because of everything that's an outside third party that could take away from where they're supposed to be, which is guided the correct way. It's the worst place on earth to find a woman. So I don't give a fuck about her being white, black. I don't give a fuck about her being Dominican, Cuban, Haitian. None of that shit matters. And it's kind of stupid because Florida is right there by the Caribbean. So if you're looking for flavors, why not just go to the fucking Caribbean? If you saying Puerto Rican, Haitian, Dominican, why not get them right from the homeland where they like actually are bred to be wives? And some of them places it's over with. The DR ain't gonna find too much of it, but some of those places, a lot of those women are bred to be wives because of their family and what they're around. So if you go to Florida to get the woman from the homeland, that's pretty stupid because you're getting a non-traditional, you're getting a fucked up version of it. You're not even getting the real thing. So it's in your best bet. If you're gonna go to Miami because you want flavors, you better off going to the Caribbean and get the actual real thing. But you niggas gonna be thinking. You need to be thinking with your dick down there. Thinking with your head down there, I'm sorry. And not your head up here. But hey. Has the highest divorce rate in the country. I didn't know that, Emery. I might have to look that up to see if that's accurate, but I wouldn't be surprised if I'm telling the truth. I ain't gonna be surprised. What's your take on avoided men? Are they just simply not interested? You just answered the question. I get why a lot of women y'all try to rationalize stuff. I mean, it's human nature, so I get it. Y'all try to rationalize why men or why people do what they do. And get it. It's not that I'm knocking it, but I think y'all. I don't think women really understand that men treat you how they see you. So what you call an avoided man, another woman is calling a man that's very, very attentive. I think y'all believe for whatever reason. Not I think I know. Most of y'all, not all y'all. Most of y'all believe that if a man treats you this way, that he treats every woman this way. And the reason why y'all believe that is because most women already believe that y'all are the top tier pick. Y'all already believe that y'all are a good woman. Y'all already believe that there's no reason why a man shouldn't want to treat me right. No matter what I do, no matter how many kids I got, no matter about my weight, attitude, looks, none of that matters. I'm already the top of the top. So if a man is dealing with me, he's getting the best possible. And it's the entitlement and the self, just the ego trip and just the self delusion that y'all have within yourself. So when a man treats you wrong or is an avoidant or don't text back or is whatever to you, you think, okay, well, that's just who he is. So he invited me to his place instead of trying to take me on a date. That means that he doesn't take women on dates. No, that means he not taking your motherfucking ass on a date because he don't see that you worthy of a date. It's probably 4, 5 other women that he done took on a date. He just don't fuck with you and is not willing to spend money on you because he don't view you in that light. That's the honest to God truth that a lot of y'all just don't hear because men are too scared to say it because they're gonna get pushback. But some of y'all hearing that shit, I know some of y'all turning your noses up, you're ready to type or whatever. But the truth of the matter is, ladies, a man could be talking to 5 different women, and one of them is gonna get the top tier treatment. One of them is gonna get half of the top tier treatment, and then the other 3 is just gonna be whenever he feel like. And I don't think that y'all realize that. The fucking biggest problem is though, all 5 of that, the women in our hypothetical, all believe that they're the best one, and they feel like they're entitled to that man no matter what. And that's just me being fully honest with y'all and giving y'all the blueprint on how men truly deal with y'all. He's not an avoidant. He just don't fuck with you like that. He's not romantic. He just don't fuck with you like that. He's not a bad texter. He just don't fuck with you like that. It's just the truth. I know that's hard to believe, but I'm just giving you the game that like what you think you are is not what other people think you are. And the data market is gonna show you that. It's what it is. I mean, women are the same way too, fellas. But the difference is women don't usually deal with niggas that they don't like. Men will deal with women that we don't like simply for sex. Not to say that women don't do that, but they don't do it as much as we do because women can get sex whenever they want it. So they don't see it as much of a as much as a commodity the way that we do, because we don't get sex whenever we want. We have to make a woman feel comfortable enough for sex. So that's why they get confused. And that's the difference right there. I think people think too highly of themselves. I agree. Now you could be honest, right? Like some people think highly of themselves and they should think highly of themselves because they being honest. But thinking highly of yourself don't mean that you like being arrogant or not being humble. It's just the truth. Uh, but some people they think highly of themselves and it's just it ain't no basis on it. Like you saying that shit and that's cool, but like you're not what you think you is. In reality, you're just not. Like somebody like Floyd Mayweather, he was a great boxer. He thought highly of to himself, but it was for a reason because he was beating everybody ass no matter what. You had people like Adrian Broner. He thought highly of himself, but he was no Floyd. Even though he talked way more shit than Floyd, he was more ignorant than Floyd. If you know boxing, the men, you know what I'm talking about. The women probably not gonna know, but the fellas, you know what I'm talking about. Adrian Broner did a lot of shit talking. He talked way more like loud and cockier than Floyd. He did all the antics and shit. But Adrian Broner, although he was good, he was never on Floyd level, but he talked like he was on Floyd level, and he got his ass beat. He got his ass beat multiple times. You feel me? So that's the difference. It's a big difference between who talking about it and being about it, and who talking about it, but they not being about it. So hopefully y'all understand that. You know, hopefully y'all understand that logic. The sports reference probably wasn't the best because some of y'all don't know who Adrian Broner is, but he was a professional boxer. He was a good boxer too, by the way. He just wasn't on the Floyd level, but he acted like he thought he was.
Boy, then came up. I told you, bro. Bro, I told you was coming up. How I gift you, bro? I don't see the gift box.
I don't do a TikTok yet. Who respectfully, who you? I don't who is you?
I changed my name on here, bro, but I met you like last summer, right in the cusp. You came up. I told you. I was like, this nigga cutting up. I seen you on YouTube, gang. Like on the main, like when I be watching my podcasts, myself doing my self improvement moments. I
Yeah,
see your shit on fucking YouTube, bro. I said, that's that. I told that nigga he was gonna go up, bro. Bro, you finally up. You was up then. But you up now, bro. Respectfully. That's my nigga. I know how to see me and people, bro. I saw me and you. And I was like, yeah, this nigga got it. He got it. I saw me and you meaning qualities, bro. Not like
yeah, but
I look like people. I'm talking about the qualities.
nah, that ain't what I was thinking. But when did you
Oh,
tell me? When did you say? I don't. Is that you saying that's something that you thought and it kind of came to
I
fruition?
told you. Like we talked and I told you.
When did we? I don't know you, bro.
My
Respectfully.
name used to be today's price, bro. And we spoke. I mean, you probably speak to millions of people. Probably don't remember.
You came on the live before.
Absolutely.
Oh
And
yeah, okay, for sure.
you
Then I
you
appreciate it.
used to live. Did you used to live in another house?
Yeah, I just moved. Yeah.
Exactly. I know.
To be fair,
Like I
everybody know
just
that. That's public information because everybody knows that I moved because I let everybody know because I wasn't on live for a minute. So
exactly. That's the point I'm making. I'm one of those people that know what you're talking about. That's what I'm saying.
I mean, I think
I'm not saying that I'm the only one that know. I'm saying I'm one of the people that do know because I'm sure everybody don't know that. But respectfully, bro, just giving you your flowers, bro, because most niggas don't have the guts to do that, and you deserve a game. You going to the top, don't let up, bro. Pedal to the floor.
I
Peace.
appreciate it, bro. I appreciate it. Much love to you. I appreciate it. I think you need to drink some water. Um, Saying you saw me and you is crazy, but I appreciate you. You feel me? Thank you for showing love to the content. Thank you for what I'm saying. If you've been here since last year, I guess then clearly you've been rocking with it for a little minute, so I appreciate it. And hopefully you keep rocking with the content. You feel me? I appreciate you, bro. Much love to you. You know what I'm saying? What's going on?
Yo, bro. What's up, bro? What's up, man?
What's going on?
I'm Jamaican, bro, but you're talking some real shit, man. Like, you positive on your game, man. You know what's going on, bro.
What you being Jamaican got to do with anything?
I mean, like, I know you're American, right? I'm Jamaican, but I'm here, though. But all I'm saying, though, you talking some real nigga.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. The accent is you talking some real nigga shit. Come on, man. Y'all don't even be using nigga right. Y'all don't be using the nigga word right. But I appreciate you rocking with the content. Shadows was a good movie, by the way. I feel Shadows. Um, but much love to you, bro. I appreciate you coming up, man. Shout out to the Jamaican people that watch me. Somebody said they've been watching me since Twitter. If you've been watching me from Twitter, you a real OG. People that's been watching me from Twitter, you a real one. I was doing Twitter. I started doing Twitter back in 2020, I think. So if you've been watching from Twitter, like that's when I started off doing my political stuff. My Black American, content. Speaking from a political perspective and all that shit. So if you came from Twitter days, you a real, 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 real OG. Especially if you've been rocking me all this time, you've seen the growth. I went from having like 12 people in the Twitter space and me thinking that was like a lot to, you know, having millions of views all over the internet. It's crazy how you come up. You know, it's kind of crazy how that go, but you have to just stay consistent. But let's get back to it though, man. I appreciate it. Let's get back to it. So yeah, we got 260 in here, so I need y'all to tap the screen. Let's bring this up. Just find us on YouTube. Fuck with your content. When did you start YouTube? I started YouTube. Well, on my channel, it's gonna say the channel was 5 years old, but that's when I made the channel. I didn't start posting content until a year and a half, 2 years ago. So yeah, like 2 years ago, almost 2 years ago. But yeah, that channel was 5 years old. I just never posted content. You know.
Yo, ain't
What's up, bro?
what's up? So quick question, right?
Yeah.
If you was in a world, right, where you was stripped of everything you earned materialistically, physically, meaning like you built like everybody else, your money average like everybody else, your assets and stuff like everybody else's, what type of man would you try to like become if the only thing you could forge is your mentality, charisma, and all that?
And everybody was just so rephrase it again. Just want to make sure I'm following.
So like, for example, right, you got everybody, you just an average man, right, in America. Like you can't necessarily build yourself in a financial aspect or like physically, like you can't, get abs or nothing like that. Like how would you forge your
What I
mentality
can't get?
now?
What I can't get eggs?
No, I'm saying like abs, like you can't like physically change yourself or nothing like that.
I
I'm
can't.
saying
Oh,
like
abs, ABS.
yeah, abs, yeah.
Okay. Okay. Go ahead. I'm listening.
Yeah, so like if you can't forge your body, you can't forge like you can't grow financially. Like how would you build your mentality?
Well, I would try to do what everybody else is not doing. Because if everybody average, well, you said I can't build my mentality, so it would be impossible.
No. I'm saying like if the only thing you could forge is your mentality, like
Oh yeah, I
if
would
you if you
separate
in a
myself.
society where
I would try to get away from that society. So I would try to be a nomadic. I'll move somewhere else. I would try to be away from the population as far as possible, and I would create my own or forge my own society. So if everybody over here in this area and it's millions of people right here, well, I'm gonna try to go over here and maybe with a other couple other people. I would be a revolutionary. I would be a nomadic and create my own tribe. And I would try to find other men that's on the same playing field. I would try to find some women that's willing to listen, and we'll go somewhere else, and we'll probably start a revolution and probably try to take the people down since we all average. So that means we got a fighting chance. So the only issue we would have is numbers. So then, you said I could forge mentality. I'll try to cultivate something out in the wild. I would try to cultivate shelter, cultivate food, cultivate tools, and try to survive on my own. And I would try to, create a military to defend it if I can.
I phrased the question a little bit differently because like my whole point was like a lot of the times in this world like we focus on materialistic aspects of things and like what I'm saying, like the physical aspect of things like your appearance, all that. I'm saying like if the focus and the whole sole purpose of life was just to build your mentality and like build your charisma, all that, what makes you a man on the inside, like internally, how would you do that? Like what type of man would you have to become for that?
I just said it. I would isolate myself.
Mm. This isolation.
I would isolate myself, and I would get around other people who also want to isolate themselves. Not be
All right,
around the
that's all I'm
crowd.
pushing.
Not be around the crowd.
All right.
All right. And Dean, I would appreciate it, bro, if you came up and you kept it on the topic, because every time you come up, bro, you asking random don't have nothing to do with the conversation. You come up asking about football. You come up and like, I get it, but that has nothing to do with the conversation. I want to keep it on the relationship and the dating shit. Let's not take the conversation somewhere where it's not. Respectfully. We kind of we just go way off topic, and it just fuck up the whole flow. It's like everything else. It's just way off topic. I mean, I entertained it, so it's not fully on you, but let's just try to keep it on the topic, bro. Don't say. I'm just not gonna say your name in general because I don't even know. Okay, somebody sent me $20. I ain't gonna say your name, but thank you for you. She told me not to say her name, but I don't know if you mean don't say either name or I don't know what you actually saying, but I know you saying don't say something, so I'm just not gonna say your name because you said don't say something. But excuse me. Thank you for the $20 donation. And I'm assuming this means thank you for you. I appreciate you back. Thank you for the $20 donation. I appreciate that. Thank you for the love. Thank you for the support.
Oh wait, can you hear me?
What's going on?
Oh, it's my first time joining your live, but do you think that like in terms of just like because I somewhat believe partially like a man's body count doesn't really matter. Like, what are your thoughts on that in terms of just
His
if
body
it matters
count?
or not? In terms of just the man, like the man's perspective, because I think it. I do believe that
You
it
got
does get to a certain number where like yes, you can pair bond, but I think for a guy, it's like usually later on, but not later on, just usually like a higher number. And like, what's your thought on that?
so you saying, do I think a man's body count matters?
If it, yeah, in terms of just like if it's high or not, or like yeah, like what's your perspective on that?
I don't think it matters as much as it will matter for a woman. Um, I think I think it matters to an extent because it depends on who you hitting too. A lot of dudes fuck women that's easy to fuck. That don't count to me. I mean, it count as
Wait, what do you
body for
mean?
sure.
Or like if they mess up with like like a big girl, like a girl who's like over not that has to be rude, just like
Fat
oversized.
girl, you're a man. You're a fat girl. Yeah, it's a lot of chubby chasers and it's a lot of for fat, ugly bitches. Yeah, I'll say it for you. You shouldn't be scared to say what's on your mind. By the way, you're a man. Yeah,
I mean, I'm
some
not scared. I mean,
guys,
this like
some guys go for fat, ugly girls. If you fuck 100 fat, ugly girls and you fuck 20 women that's attractive, I think it's way more pressure. I think it's way more like leverage on the guy that slept with women who are attractive rather than the fat, ugly women. So,
wait. So you think I guess the oversized one doesn't really count? Like what
no,
do you
it's
mean?
not that it don't count. I just think just like if you women as easy or bottom of the barrel, I wouldn't put that on the same level as attraction. But at the end of the day, or as a as like a value. But at the end of the day, just because you a man, that don't mean sleep with anybody. Like that doesn't mean you don't have sexual.
Oh, like top standard, right? But like, don't you think like the ones who are somewhat, I guess, more desired would have more partners and they'll be more risky because they're just like what majority of guys would want either way, and they'll probably just be getting cracked by the small percent of guys out
Hold on,
there.
hold on. You're going too fast and you pausing. It's confusing. Be
Oh
slow,
wait,
slow
my bad.
down. Just slow down. Hold on. Just slow down. Say what you were
Okay.
saying again, because I don't really know what you were saying right there.
Oh no, like because you did say like okay, like the not the fat ones or whatever, but like I guess the pretty girls, whatever. Like when they be the ones being passed around with the small percent of guys, like that like does that make sense? Where it's like it's more risky to mess with those ones, where it's like they're the ones getting passed around the guys as well.
No, because
Or
men will sleep down. A man that's on a level of a 9, 10. I'm not saying looks, I'm saying as a collective of what his value is. Men sleep down all the time. A man that's on a level of an 8 or a 9 from in a woman's eyes, he'll go sleep with a 4, which confuses women. So women that are 4s, because they'll sleep with a dude that's on a level of an 8 and a 9, they think that they're on a
wait,
level of an 8
wait,
and a 9 because they slept with a dude that's on a high level. So not really. Men sleep down all the time.
what do you mean like with a four? Like
Okay. So it's a different system of values when we talk about men and women, right?
yeah,
Right. So a male that's an 8, 9, or a 10, it's not solely off of looks. Women don't view men as an 8, 9, and a 10 just off of looks. They view him off of his looks, off of his
yeah,
financial.
monetary reasons.
You gotta let me finish though, bro, because there's a bunch of people that may not understand.
Um,
It's looks, it's his finances, it's his intelligence, it's his charm, it's a whole bunch of other shit. So women don't have the same skill that men have. Our skill is simply looks. Now that don't mean because she attractive, that mean we just gonna be with her regardless. Nah. But when we say, oh, she's a 10, we'll be like, oh, she's a 10, but she got a bad attitude. She's a 10, but she ain't worth the shit. She's a 10, but she's not a good person. We'll still possibly some guys will still want to sleep with that girl. For women, because he said a mean word, then they'll be like, okay, he was an 8, but now he's a 5 because they're fucking overly emotional and delusional. So the point that I'm making is a male 8'9" will sleep with a woman 3'4". So the female 3'4" will start thinking she's on the level of the male 8'9" because she can attract those men for fun. So that's what I'm saying.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. So the logic wouldn't apply there because men and women don't operate in the dating market the same, and we're not judged the same way.
Oh, okay. That makes sense. Wait, so like, do you think it just doesn't matter overall, like a guy's body count?
I mean, it's not for me to ask, but you ask women that. Women don't care. They claim they care. They don't care. They don't care.
Yeah, partially, because like, wait, but do you think like the guy's mental like ability to like just pair bond with the girl will get
Pair
affected or
bonding
no?
matters. Pair bonding is a thing that's important too. But I don't think that the thing is, I don't think the pair bonding is as much as a deficit as it would be for a woman, because women emotionally connect in the bedroom more than we do.
Oh, okay, yeah, okay. That's weird. That's the main question that I had.
All right, that's it.
Mhm.
All right, appreciate you coming up.
No, bro.
First of all,
No,
hold on.
gang.
Hold
What's up,
on,
man? How you doing, bro?
hold on. Where are you at?
All right. I'm in the gas station.
How old are you?
41.
41. Do you have any children?
Yeah. Yep.
Are
I have two
married?
daughters.
Are you married?
Well, I got married when I was young and not for the right reasons. 20, 21, 22 years old.
Okay, that's
Just
not
like that.
that wasn't what I asked you. Are you married?
Yeah. Nope.
Okay, cool. All right, go ahead. You can get your search.
No. I got a couple best friend females, man, for like over almost 20 years, man. And
Okay, cool.
I've never tried to stab them. They ain't never tried to stab at me, but the benefits I get is like I said, I got two daughters. So they help me see things from a different perspective and otherwise help them get their nails done, their hair done, and know how to do their shit. So I benefit a lot from having a couple of female friends,
Are
but
the
just a couple.
are the
Just a couple.
Okay, I
Not
got you. Are
yeah.
the mothers in your daughter's lives?
Are they on say that again? Sorry.
Are the mothers in their daughters' lives? The mothers that of the
Yes.
children.
Yes.
Okay, so why
Yep.
would they need to do that if they have their mothers in their lives?
So with me, they give me the advice. That's I
Right,
benefit,
but
not the mom.
that's what you would get from the mother. So what that tells me
No,
is that you don't make
no,
it,
no, 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 no,
right, but
no,
okay, so when I spoke
not
about being
always.
feminine, when I talk about being feminine and emotional and reactionary, you're not letting me finish. And this is what I mean. It's usually an aesthetic because I'm asking you questions and instead of you giving me a chance to respond, as soon as I say something you don't like, you just cut me off and start babbling. That's what women do. You don't got to do that. I'm giving you the opportunity to give your perspective. You don't have to shout. You don't have to scream and yell. You in public anyway, but you don't have to do all that. You don't have to blurt out. You on mute right now, so we can't hear you because I know you're not gonna stop talking, so I had to mute you. But you don't like you proving my point of how emotional and reactionary you is. You could be calm and we could just disagree, but you don't have to just blurt out every time you hear something that you don't like. Because that's what women do. It's typical because you have female friends who are used to that behavior. So I'm gonna go ahead and unmute you. I want to ask you a couple more questions. So you unmuted. You gotta hit your mute button, I think, to confirm the unmute. You gotta hit your mute button to confirm the unmute. Yeah, I think you gotta hit that. Right. So
Do you have kids, bro?
you know, I'm getting into my point. So you gotta just let me get into my point because we're gonna keep the conversation going.
All right.
So can you go to a quieter area because you're really loud and you drinking juice inside of a spot that you haven't paid for? Can you go to a quieter area so we can have a conversation? Okay. So what we're gonna do is because we can't wait on you, James. I'm gonna give you the opportunity to go to a quieter area, but you in a bathroom, you got juice, you're drinking a drink in a public bathroom, right? Which is unsanitary. You got all of those different chemicals in the air going inside your drink and you're drinking from it. So again, guys with female friends, they usually have an aesthetic, and they keep bro kind of proving my point of what I mean. You know what I'm saying? But I wanted to get into asking him more questions because I wanted to see, how illogical and delusional he was. But every time I said something, it's no, you can't do that. It's not, we can't do that. You know what I'm saying? So this is the thing. And when you get to a better area, James, you can come back up. So this is the thing. Number one, I think this is a problem specifically with black people. First of all, if you're a father, that's your job. You're outsourcing your parental duties to another woman who has had no type of tie to your daughter outside of you and her being cool. So that tells me that you're not that good of a father. That's number one. Respectfully, why are you outsourcing your fatherly duties to another woman that's not the child, that child's mother? So that's number one. Number two, when you say do her hair and her nails and whatever makeup and shit, I don't know how young your daughters are, but I'm assuming that they're under the age of 18. Why are girls, whether they teenagers or younger, why do they need to get their nails and hair and makeup done? Those are children. Those are kids. So if she's 11 and if she is getting her hair done, she shouldn't be putting in another ethnic group's hair in her head. Because if it was my daughter, what I'm going to do, because I'm going to raise my daughters correctly, I'm going to raise my daughters to love themselves and embrace their foundational Black American natural hairstyle. I'm going to learn how to do their hair. And if I can't learn how to do their hair, I'm going to probably maybe pay somebody to do their hair. But I'm not letting another woman who's also been indoctrinated to put another hairstyle on their head that's not naturally theirs to put it into my daughter. We ain't doing that. See, I'm a different type of man. My daughters are also not going to have on makeup and getting their nails done because there's no reason and there's nothing that you need to be doing that for, because who you trying to attract? You're 14. But see, I'm a little bit different. I guess I'm a little bit more old school. I know that's kind of crazy for y'all because you know, when y'all daughters go out, you let her have a boyfriend at 14. You let her get a belly button piercing. You let her have her stomach showing and booty shorts, walking around going to the movie theater with her young little girlfriends. That's why your daughter is 22 with five plus bodies, when none of those men have put a ring on her finger. See, I'm a different type of man. I'm gonna raise my daughters correctly and my sons. So what I'm speaking on is that is a quality that you're supposed to be doing as a father. So it's not the fact that there's a tangible benefit that you're getting based on merit. It's a tangible benefit that you're getting based on laziness because you don't want to do your job as a dad. That's the thing. That's the difference. That's the difference. Not to mention, I mean, I don't know what you got going on, but it's like 1 in the morning, 2 in the morning, depending on where you at, and you in a gas station. Like, come on, what do we like? Come on, you should be going to bed, going to work tomorrow. But my point is, that's usually what you see from guys with female friends, especially at 40 plus. Excuse me. So I'm just a different type of man. I'm a different type of dude. But still, we don't hear a tangible benefit that's coming from a place of moral, or a place of like just a lazy dad. We don't hear that. Yeah, drinking juice in the bathroom is crazy. That was wild. I ain't gonna lie. A public bathroom at that. A public bathroom. You know how much bacteria and shit is floating in the air? Doodoo air and pee air is in the air, and you just gulping up in the bathroom. That's wild to me. That's foul. I ain't gonna lie to you. That's foul. But hey, man, I went in the bathroom. It showed them look like it sounded like the 18. I thought I saw what's that shit called? A paper towel holder thing. I don't know about that one, man. I don't know about all that. I'm doing good. What's on your mind?
I have a question. Do you think that like what you think about like an age gap relationship?
Don't see nothing wrong with it.
Like 41 and 25. What do you think about that?
Do he want to be her wife or her husband? Or he just fucking around?
Wait, you said what? Sorry, let me turn my volume. Hold on. Okay, say that again.
Does he want to be her husband or he just fucking around?
No, like serious.
Does he want to be her husband or he just fucking around?
Husband, wifey type
I don't see nothing
thing.
wrong with it. If he want to take her seriously and not waste her time, I don't see nothing wrong with it. She grown enough to make a grown woman decision.
Okay. So what do you think about like if the family is side-eyeing it?
I mean, that's on them. I mean, I can understand how people can have, think it's weird, but I mean, at the end of the day, she grown. She can make a grown woman decision. And if he want to be her husband, And I think that's the most important thing. As long as he want to be her husband and he ain't wasting her time, what's the problem? What's better for her to just be 25 and get fucked by a bunch of niggas her age that ain't got no type of leverage to take her seriously? I would rather if it was my daughter and she was 25 and a 41-year-old man wanted to take her seriously and be her husband. Obviously, he got to go through me. He gonna meet me. But I would much rather her be with that man and he want to put a ring on her finger rather than my daughter being 25 and being fucked by a bunch of niggas in their 20s that ain't got no type of nothing, no type of leverage or any type of future mentality that want to be her husband. I would much rather be with the man that want to be her husband.
Okay. Yeah, my dad, like, he agrees with it. He's fine with it, but it's my mom. She's like,
Well, your
oh, I
mother
don't
is
like
your
that.
mother. Your mother is your mother. A woman is gonna do that because women are not logical. But your father, he probably looking at it from the same perspective I'm looking at. I mean, you 25. You know, I mean, if we're gonna go from a statistical route, I mean, do you know the age that most women get married in the United States?
Probably around my age,
It's 28.
honestly.
So if most,
Oh,
if
28.
more,
Okay.
I mean, I mean, it ain't like you got any other candidates. And for most, and that number getting older and older, by the way, and the marriage rate is getting lower and lower, meaning that women getting older when they have kids, and they getting older when they get married, and the marriage rate is going down. So what I'm telling you is, you getting up to that age where you ain't got that much time or leverage to be fucking around anyway. So it's your best bet is to be with the man that want to be with you and that want to be your husband. So that's what I would tell you to do. As long as he don't want to waste your time and he's serious about the shit, I don't see nothing wrong with it. As long as he's serious about it, then he not just I'm gonna just fuck you and just deal with you. Nah, because then he wasting away your prime years, and what's gonna happen is you're gonna deal with that baggage from him, and then you gotta go to the next man, and now you got more baggage and trauma to the next dude in another body. It's your best bet for to be with the man that want to be your husband at 25.
That's true. I would never have kids by a man that I'm not married to anyways. So, um, yeah.
That's what's up. Good.
All right. So thank you. That was good advice. Thank you. I appreciate it.
So you welcome. Shout out to Avery. He gonna say no. What if the age is the other way around? He's younger, she's older. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna say no because the dynamic ain't gonna work. I mean, you working from a backwards dynamic. Why would a woman want to be with a dude that's that younger anyway? The dynamic is different. A man and a woman ain't the same. So trying to say like, what if it's flipped? A man and a woman ain't the same. The dynamic is completely flipped, and all the leverage is on that woman. It ain't nothing that she can get out of. You see situations like Drea Michelle and the basketball player Jalen Green. That's an anomaly. That's an anomaly. That ain't the norm. That's probably not what's gonna happen in reality. And guess what? Drea Michelle don't look 40s. She look like she in her 20s. Why can't why men can't take what they dish out? Because men and women are different. If you punch a man in his face and he punch you in your face, those are two different things. So unless you want equality across the board with everything, don't complain about why can't men do what they do to us? Women are the same fucking way. It's just in different perspectives and different things. Men and women are not the same. Why women can't pay for the first date? Why women can't hold the door before a man? Why women can't be the protector? Why I can't go on the inside of the street? Because I got a penis and you got a pussy. That's why. So unless you're gonna complain about all the other shit, don't complain about gender differences. You get with a man that's not like you for a reason. Ask this most of the time. What are some reasons a man will date a woman who he look better than? What? No, I don't even agree. I don't even believe in equality though, Nene. I don't believe in equality when it comes to law. Like men and women different. I don't believe that men and women should be equal. My problem is people pick and choose when they want shit to be equal. That'd be my issue. If men and women not equal, then let men and women not be equal across the board. Don't be on this shit like, well, men and women should be equal whenever the woman gets the benefit or whenever the man get the benefit. Like, nah, if you're gonna say we're not equal and the shit that a man should do because he's a man, then make sure you that way across the board. That'd be my issue with because they love to pick and choose whenever they want to uphold some type of like, you know, equality factor. It'd be some stupid bull. Exactly, Marcus. We was meant to compliment each other. We was meant to uh, have differences and come together. That's what make us unique, but it also make us both, equally as important, but not equally as far as what we bring and what we can offer to each other. So I'm with that. Yin and yang, for sure. Just come up, because we don't do the back and forth comment shit. Just come up. I'm not about to go back and forth with you in the comments. You allowed to get your perspective though, but you gotta come up. It's better for you to just come up. We had a conversation that way. Doing it in the comments is a waste of time. Just come up. Comments ain't for debate. I ain't trying to do all that. I'm at work. I was at work. I was at work.
I'm not even gonna call you a lady. That said, older men only date younger women to manipulate them. You're stupid. That's probably why you're single, and you're probably in your 40s. So that's all I'm gonna say. That is not true. I don't know where you got that from.
Who said that? Who said that?
The bird in the comments.
Who's the bird? What's her name?
It was like SM or something.
SM? Ava not going for it.
Oh, there she is. Oh, and yeah, she definitely 40s.
I'm gonna bring her up. You could drop down.
And single.
Well,
that's fine. She wants to say that. Oh, older men only.
SM, come up.
Look, my girl just added her. Yes, that's her. She said that was me.
It ain't gonna be no argument. I just want to ask you some questions. It ain't gonna be no argument.
Yeah, no, I don't like the argument anyways, so that's fine. She right there with the butterfly.
She don't want to come up. That's usually how it go. They get their perspective and then they hide in the comment. I can't add you. You got to come up because you don't have over 1,000 followers. You got to request up. I can't add.
Don't even know how to work social media. Crazy. She keeps saying, add me. Girl, you have to click the thing at the bottom.
Right.
The pink and blue jump.
You know how to come up. Come on. You know how to come up. Nah, she acting like she don't know how to come up.
She said, I'm trying.
All right. If she come up, I'm going to chop it up with her, Ava. But I appreciate you coming up. All right.
All right, word. Bye.
For sure. Shout out to Ava.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. So you said that men who date younger women do it because they want to manipulate them?
Yes, I agree.
Okay. What's the definition of manipulation?
To me, it's
no. This is what you women do. This is what I speak about being logical. What you're saying right here is her being emotional. You can't turn your own emotion into what you believe a definition is. A definition has one definition. So if I ask you what's the definition of love or the definition of fighting somebody, and you say to me it means no, it's only one definition. What's the definition of manipulation? I'm asking you.
Okay, I'm listening because we both
I'm listening to you. You gave your assertion. You said older men who deal with younger women are trying to manipulate them. What's the definition of manipulation? That's all I'm asking.
Can I say anything else?
You can get a definition because all the other babbling is just how you can deflect. I'm asking you for a definition. So what's the definition of manipulation? Because it's a term that you brought up. I ain't bring it up. She ain't bring it up. You brought it up. So what's the definition of manipulation?
I'm being respectful. It's your delivery.
I'm being respectful too. I'm very direct and to the point. So now you're doing it again where y'all women become emotional. So instead of me actually taking a point, I'm gonna just try to run and say it's your delivery. You being mean. I'm not being mean to you. You just not used to nobody challenging you because you don't know the definition of emotion. Or I'm sorry.
I get challenged every day. That's why I'm being quiet.
What's the definition of manipulate?
Manipulation is when someone uses some type of antics or tactics to basically control your mind.
Okay. What's wrong with that? Isn't that wouldn't that be what? Hold on. Let's say this. Let's say this. Wouldn't that be what a teacher would do to students?
I was just about to say it normally comes from love, a genuine connection, or place.
So
Yes.
then, by that logic, then manipulation isn't a bad thing. So if an older man is dealing with a younger woman to manipulate her,
I don't want to make it seem like I'm arguing because I don't.
you're
So
not
just let me
arguing.
know
You're
when
having a
y'all.
conversation. Why you keep blurting out? I'm just leading the conversation, so I need you to follow it. Why are you making it a bad thing? You making it worse than what it need to be. I'm just going off of the term that you use. You doing too much. So if that's what you said, and that's not the real definition, but I'll give you that because it's not too far off. So if an older man is dealing with a younger woman, then manipulation is not a bad thing because based on what you just gave, that would mean that a teacher would manipulate students for them to be able to
But
retain.
your teacher should not try to date you.
You're not letting me finish. We're not talking about dating. We talking about the definition of manipulation. That's what we talking about. I ain't say shit about dating. I'm talking about the definition of manipulation.
But you use dating as a reference.
No, the reference would be when we bringing up the teacher talking to the students. We're talking about manipulation.
But we were talking about the age of 45 and 20.
Do you understand what logic is?
But then you jump to saying like a teacher, but you shouldn't try to date.
I'm gonna ask you again. Do you know what logic is?
Yes, I do. But I don't agree you should use your teacher when you're talking about age gaps.
You're not being logical. So the reason why I gave that example.
But you gave your opinion.
So you gotta stop cutting me off. You're being emotional right now. You keep cutting me off. You're not following the conversation. I need you to just follow what I'm saying. You gotta stop blurting out. Because if you stop blurting out, I promise you're gonna have a better understanding. It's okay to be wrong. I know y'all women like to do this. Y'all can't never be wrong. Listen to me, and I promise you will get a better outcome in this conversation. But I need you to be quiet and listen to me because I'm not attacking you, but you just don't know what you're talking about. And that's okay. That's why we're here. So I'm going to unmute you, but you got to listen and stop blurting out. Can you do that for me? Respectfully, can you listen to respond? It's not to respond, but to understand. Can you do that for me? SM? You got to unmute because I unmuted you because you're not listening. You just blurting out. You making it worse than it need to be. You ain't got to be all that. You just got to listen and be quiet and listen. You gotta take your mic off me. Can you listen to me, SM? Respectfully.
Yes.
I'll be quiet. I appreciate that. So the logic that I'm using here, SM, is I'm taking the word manipulation and I'm putting it in other different scenarios because manipulation, the definition of it wouldn't change based on a scenario. So if I say my manager manipulated me, that would still be manipulation. If I would say the person I'm in a relationship manipulated me, that's still the definition of manipulation. If my teacher manipulated me, that's still the definition of manipulation. But people, unfortunately, like you so socially controlled that you've let the internet manipulate you in a negative way. With the term manipulation, then turn into something that's negative. Manipulation is not negative. Parents manipulate their kids every single day. That don't mean they're manipulating them to be negative. Manipulation, the actual definition of it, and this for anybody that don't know, the actual definition of manipulation from the Merriam-Webster dictionary: to intentionally shape, alter, or control how information is understood. I'm going to read the definition again. Manipulate: to intentionally shape, alter, or control how information is understood. So I manipulate people every single day. I'm manipulating you right now. I'm not manipulating you to be negative. I'm manipulating you so I can shape, alter, or control how the information is understood from me to you so you can make more sense on what you're saying. That's what manipulation means. But unfortunately, a lot of people on the internet that's chronically online that don't know the definition of terms, y'all overuse these terms and automatically assume it to be negative. So of course, if I'm dealing with a woman and I'm 28 and she's 25, I can manipulate her whether I'm 55 or 28 because I'm manipulating her into what I think that will be better for her. Whether I'm doing something bad or good, manipulation is still manipulation. That's what I'm trying to get you to understand. So if an older man is dealing with a younger woman, to end the point, and I'm gonna give you the opportunity to respond. To end the point, if an older man is dealing with a younger woman, you're right. It could be manipulation, but that don't mean that it's negative. You assuming that it's negative, and when you use the term, you're using it from a negative light because you traumatized and indoctrinated to believe manipulation is only negative. Now you can give your rebuttal. I appreciate you being quiet and letting me finish my point. I'm gonna be quiet and let you finish your point. Go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't want to argue. I would say guidance as the word. No, guidance instead of manipulation.
Are you asking me or are you telling me?
Yes, I'm asking.
Asking me what?
Could we use the word guidance instead of manipulation?
I mean, we could. We using your word that you got.
Okay. I would just, is it okay if I say guidance?
Older men want to deal with younger women because they want to guide them.
No, the teacher reference. When you were speaking about the teacher.
Whatever term you
No.
want to use, that wouldn't take away. You just want to use whatever term makes you feel better, but your emotions don't really matter in the conversation. So if you use the term manipulation, use the term guidance, it don't really make a difference because it's not, you're not changing the point. And the definition of manipulation and guidance isn't the same thing. Let's look up the definition of guidance just to make sure that we're on the right track. Definition of guidance is this: the act of providing help, advice, or direction to someone makes this. The act of providing help, advice, or direction to help someone make decisions, solve problems, or navigate a situation. So those definitions are very similar, but it's just it's rephrased in different ways. So you could use both terms, but it don't change because I could be doing that and pushing you to a negative, right? So I could be guiding you to bullshit. I could be guiding you to lose. I could be guiding you to fail. I could be manipulating you to be bad or manipulating you to fail, manipulating you to be good. So whatever term you want to use, it don't matter because it wouldn't change whether it's positive or negative. It's only positive and negative depending on how I'm presenting it. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes, I do. Thank you.
So do you still believe that if an older man is dealing with a younger woman, it's manipulation from a negative, a positive, or do you think it depends on the situation?
The situation.
There we go. You see how listening can kind of get you a better understanding? Shout out to SM. We good?
I'm listening. Yes, I'm just listening, of course.
For sure. I appreciate you coming in. What's going on?
Hello. Oh, I'm scared. Lord Jesus. Hi, I'm Keela.
You sound real far away. Keep on focused.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you, but you sound real like you muffled and it's a lot of noise in the background.
Oh, because I'm at work. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Just try to talk closer in your phone. I can hear you though.
Okay, well, I have been watching you for a year now. I watch you every day. My question is, I am 28. I have no kids. What is
Hey, it's really hard to hear you. You gotta come closer to your phone or go to a quiet area. We can barely hear you. There's too much noise in your background. Or
Okay, I will call. I will call you back.
If you can, I want to answer, but it's hard to hear you. We can't hear you. It's all type of beeps and machines moving and shit. We don't know what the fuck going on. Where you work at? The Willy Wonka and fucking chocolate factory? Where the fuck you work at? And everybody else who donated. What's up, Keith?
Hi.
There we go.
I'm
You
sorry.
went to the break room. You good now?
I went to the bathroom.
Bathroom. All right. Well, let's hurry up so you can get back to work. You don't get fired or nothing. Go ahead. We're listening to you.
Oh, I ain't gonna get fired. But oh, I'm so nervous. I've been watching for so long. And I'm a big fan. I want to get straight to it because I know you're direct.
Mm-hmm.
So I am 20. Like I said, I'm 28 with no kids. I am a TT. I am very supportive with all my nieces and nephews. But oh Lord, I am so sorry. I did not know. I did not expect to come on here or you to answer.
You got me nervous, Keith.
I am a submissive woman. I do not over talk. I don't like to yell. What are some pointers you can give me to be with a man? Because I'm not looking. Because I work. I'm a loctician, and I'm always with my nieces and nephews. So, what should I do to get out there more? Or
Okay, so
I don't know how to explain it.
I need you. Okay, let's do this first because I like the way you came up and I like how respectful that you were, and I think that you being genuine in your question. All right. So what I need you to do is I need you to not take what I'm about to say personally. All right. I need you to take it with stride and understand I'm trying to help you and not to hurt you. All right.
Yes.
You can't do this on social media. So if you want to have any, and this is public information, this is not me exposing you. This is on your page publicly. If you want a man to see you as a woman that's serious and you're an attractive woman, your body is crazy. You're not ugly. You are more than your ass and tight clothes. And for me to see your nipples and me see your camel toe through your pants. This is not the ways of a woman that is looking for what you're looking for. And eventually you want to be in a relationship. And I'm sure eventually you want to be somebody's mother and you eventually want to be somebody's wife. That's not the way you present. And this isn't just an issue with social media, because when you present yourself this way, when you're doing this is a direct correlation to what you other ways that you operate as a woman. It's just exuding through social media right now, but I know this exudes in other ways. The friends that you choose, the sexual decisions that you make, the places that you go, the stuff that you put in your body, the stuff that you take in, all that shit matter. This ain't to bash you, this ain't to hurt you. This is for me to tell you that as a man who think you attractive, that it's other men that think you're attractive too, but guess what? They're going to see you and say, sex only. And I don't care about, well, it's guys that wanted to, we talking about the guy that you want and the dude that's willing to stay. So before we even get into, I'm submissive and what do I do to put myself out there, I would be setting you up for failure, Key, if I be like, okay, this is how you put yourself out there, and I'm not telling you, because that's me telling you like places to go or what to do to put yourself out there. But you need to be ready to be out there. You're not ready to be out there. You got a lot of shit. They say I'm the pappy for real. It's goofy, but you got a lot of shit that you got to fix up as far as your presentation. You got to fix that first. And once you fix your presentation, then you're gonna focus on. Again, I'm not making a full assumption on who you are. I'm telling you, this is what men gonna think. And guess what, Key? Men don't give a fuck about your story. Oh, it was a long time ago. Don't nobody give a fuck. Oh, I was just having fun. Don't nobody give a fuck. Oh, it was just my birthday. Men don't give a fuck. They gonna see you on the internet in tight clothes with a crazy body, by the way. And they gonna see sex only because you present it in a bad way. So you need to be a woman that's modest because you got nieces and nephews. So you want to be in a good example for them. That's number one. You need to be a woman that's respectful, that respects yourself, and that presents yourself like the attractive young lady that you are, because you're more than that. And once you do that, then you're gonna start to notice that the attention that you get gonna be different, because you're probably not gonna be hanging with the same people, because you're gonna realize, damn, I do this. The girls that I hang with do this, and probably all of them in the same position, or at least the majority of them, unmarried and kids, or they don't got kids because they done been to the clinic and pulled them kids out. Just keeping it 100, because it happens. So it's gonna directly correlate to who you with. It's gonna correlate to what you're putting in your body, the places that you're going, drinking, smoking, clubs, bars, certain dudes. It's gonna all be like a it to you. It's gonna be like, I would never talk to him. Maybe 5-10 years ago, but never not. And at that point, then you're able to put yourself out there because you got the right mentality from your presentation to all the other shit that I mentioned. So once you focus on that, let that be your step one, and then get into all the other shit. So once you fix that, come back to me, Key, and we can go to the step 2. But you got to get to step 1 before you go to step 2, 3, and 4. You got to handle step 1, and then you can come back to me, and then I got you.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. I appreciate you, Key. Shout out to her for being open. I ain't gonna lie, that motherfucker crazy. I ain't gonna lie, I would have. But jokes aside, though, Key, you're an attractive woman, and you don't need to do that to be attractive. You're gonna get attention from dudes regardless. You ain't got no problem attracting a man. I'm sure you don't. You ain't got an ounce of an issue attracting a man. The issue that you and a lot of other women gonna come across is understanding what's gonna keep a man. Attention and retention, 2 different things. Dudes will have sex with anything moving, especially with that motherfucker moving. Let me stop, because I'm not being professional. I want to be professional, but that I ain't gonna lie, that motherfucker crazy. I ain't gonna lie, that motherfucker good. But you more than it's up here, baby. It's up here. Once you get it together, you know what I'm saying? I'm joking. It's a joke. I don't want Key. It's a joke. I'm just joking. I'm trolling. We on live. I can't always be serious, man. That's a joke, man. I'm just fucking around. But you could be you better than that, Key. That's all I'm saying. So dancing on the internet is bad. Eric, I think you're a much more intelligent woman than to think that dancing on the internet is like, come on, Eric. Come on, Eric. Come on now. I think you a lot more smarter than that, Eric. Come on, Eric. Come on now. That's like me taking like firearms. I can't say the G word on TikTok because they're gonna take my lie down. Waving it all in the camera all day long on the internet. And then I'll be like, hey man, young black man, you probably shouldn't be on the internet waving a firearm in the camera. And then you be like, so being a gun owner is a problem? Having a firearm is a problem? No, dancing on the internet is not a problem. It's how you do it. You completely missing context and nuance. Come on now, don't even like. Come on, I think you're a lot more intelligent than Erica. Don't do that. You gotta be like purposely. And when I'm not talking about Erica Ray, I'm talking about the other Erica. You gotta be purposely just being willfully ignorant and just willfully just delusional at that point, Erica. Come on now, you can't be that far off of this shit. Come on now. What's going on, Rose?
Hello, Aunt. How you doing?
I'm doing good. What's on your mind?
Can you hear me good?
I can hear you.
Okay. So I've been watching you for a while now, and I just want your input on this. So I just recently started, I guess, talking / dating, and I just want your input on a guy's mindset. So day one, he let me know, hey, I have a roster.
It's respectable, as he should. It's good. I'm listening.
So I was like, all right, cool. That's fine. That's understandable. I don't currently have a roster. And I did let him know, like, I'm not talking to anybody. So maybe like 2-3 days later, we've been talking, conversing. And he asked me how long he has to handle his roster. I kind of was like, you handle it and hit me up, when you handle your business. I'm not going to tell you how to handle or the time frame to handle that.
Wait.
I kind of feel.
Hold on. Wait. Let's, because I want to make sure I'm following you. I ain't trying to cut you off. I got confused. He told you the roster.
He asked me, how long do I have to handle my roster?
I'm assuming,
like, I guess, like cutting them off.
But you probably said something before that though, right? You probably said, like, what did you say before him for him to just say that?
I told him, as far as investing the majority of my time on making things a priority isn't aligning if you have a roster.
Yeah, you shouldn't have said that. You lost.
Why?
Because he's single, and your job is not to be trying to focus on another man, other women. Your job is to try to be the only one. Why should he stop talking to women because he just met you? Y'all was talking for a couple of days. He don't owe you no type of loyalty. He shouldn't have to cut every single woman off for you.
Yeah, I agree with you. So why is it one-sided? Because he also mentioned
you're the one that said you don't want to deal with other guys.
Oh no, yeah. Naturally, me speaking, I don't. But he also said that he wouldn't want me to have a roster at all. And I was
let
like,
me ask you this: if he said, "Let's go on a date," who should pay for the first date?
If he asked me on a date, he should pay for the date.
Let's just say y'all both agreed at the same exact time y'all wanted to go for the date. Who should pay for the first date? Who should hold the door open for another person? Who should put the other person on the inside of the street? Who should sit outside in their car and wait for that person to walk into the house so that they know that they're safe? Who should do that?
The guy.
Why? What happened to equality that you was just speaking of? What happened to the whatever? We're both the same. What happened? Who should be the provider in the relationship? The man or the woman? Financially, who should be the provider?
If we're going based off what the world says,
I'm asking you.
I mean, me personally, with my dynamic, things can be equal.
I didn't ask you about can. Can means possibility. He can have a really small penis. You don't know. I'm asking you, for your dynamic, who would you want to be the provider in the relationship? The man or the woman?
The man.
Who should be the protector in a relationship? The man or the woman?
The man.
Who should be the leader in the relationship? The man or the woman?
The man.
So why don't your logic apply with none of the other stuff that you get benefit from?
I don't know.
Oh,
I don't know. Like, I'm not going to sit there
the
and
problem
play.
is you can't pick and choose when you want things to operate under whatever is beneficial to you. And I noticed that with a lot of women. Y'all only complain about things being fair when it's something that you don't benefit from. You can't do what a man can do. You know why, love? Because you get pregnant. Guess what? I don't get pregnant. So if I'm dealing with love, if I'm talking to 5 women and you talking to 0 guys and we've been talking for a week, you could do what you want to do. But I could say, love, I don't deal with women who talk to other dudes. And your response could be, well, that's not fair. Well, is it fair for all the other shit? Oh, well, no, I don't know. Like that's not how that works. You're a woman. You can't do what I can do because you get pregnant. I don't get pregnant. I can be a lot. I'm not saying that I should, by the way. Don't get it twisted.
No, I
But
got you. I'm listening.
I can be a lot more free with my decision making, or whether that be positive or negative when it comes to dealing with women. Because I don't get pregnant, I don't have to go through hormonal changes when it comes to a baby developing in my body because I don't have eggs. I don't procreate. So you have no choice but to be selective. So you can't put yourself in a position and say, well, that's not fair. Men and women are not the same. So if you want it to be fair, you got to uphold that fairness across the board with everything else. And if you're not willing to do that, then that means you basically picking and choosing when you want shit to be fair, and that's not fair. So to yourself,
Okay.
really, not to him.
Okay, I understand what you're saying.
And I understand this. I'm not telling you that you gotta deal with a dude that talk to a bunch of girls. What I'm telling you is this, love. And for the people on YouTube, I'm not live, but I know they're gonna see this when I post it. I'm not calling her love. Her name on her username is love. For these, the other, you must be trying to suck up to her. Her name on the username is love. You gotta understand. How old did you say you was?
I didn't give my age.
Can you get your age?
I'm 30 and up.
Okay, that's not an age. What's your age?
I want to say all that on live and
What's your age? Are you 39?
no.
Okay, so you're younger than 39. What's your age? We are grown adults. Say your age. Everybody in here older. We ain't fucking 16. Come on, say your age.
Oh, damn, auntie.
Come on, we listening.
33.
What year was you born?
93. Why do you lie about that for?
Okay, all right. So she 33. All right. I thought she was lying. Okay, I had to think about it real quick. Like, is that true? All right. You 33. So if you dealing with a dude that's your age, around your age group, he's likely gonna be at the minimum 30 and at the maximum probably 45. So what I'm telling you is, and it could be some switches, but more than likely you dealing with a man that's either your age and older. So what I'm telling you is, the likelihood of you finding a man that's in his prime, because a man's prime is gonna be in his mid to late 30s, only talking to one woman or no woman is slim to none when he's single. And you don't want to deal with no average ass man. I'm sure you want to deal with a man that's above average in height, income, looks, intelligence, leadership, everything else that he got going on. You don't want to deal with a regular average Joe. So if you want to deal with a man that's above average, understand that the man that's above average gonna operate like they're above average. He gonna have other women around him. And your focus shouldn't be, hey, really above average man, that's very rare, and I'm 33. Unless you talk to all the other girls, I'm not gonna talk to you. That's kind of stupid. Because every dude that you're gonna come across is gonna be talking to other women as they're talking to you, unless they get exclusive. Now, if y'all have a conversation about exclusivity, that's different. Because that means he breaking a contract. But up front, you worried about the wrong shit. You worried about the complete wrong shit. You need to be worrying how you can get that man and keep that man. Not you can't talk to other girls. He's single. You single. And don't judge or don't base your lifestyle on what a man can do. Because if you get cheated on love, your response shouldn't be, well, I'm going to cheat back. Your response should be, I'm a good woman and ain't nobody going to tell me or promote me or manipulate me, or not manipulate, but nobody's going to get me to give my body up to a man for no reason. So if I get cheated on, I'm not going to cheat back. I'm going to leave him because I care about who I am. It shouldn't be about getting revenge or I'm going to do what he going to do. That's basically what you're doing. Women who say, well, what about when he can talk to girls, I can't talk to dudes? That's usually women who say, well, I'm going to cheat back. No, a good woman is going to say, don't nobody make me do something I don't want to do. This man cheated on me. I'm out of here. So that's what I'm telling you to do. You got to think about this way more intelligent and be a little bit more smart about your decision making and how you going about it. That's all. All right.
I appreciate you.
I appreciate you coming up. Shout out to Love. Shout out to her. Hopefully she take that and she take that with the grain, not a grain of salt. Take that with the right mentality. You know what I'm saying? Because I bet you if it was Chris Brown, love, if Chris Brown hit them DMs right now, you ain't gonna be like, well, Chris Brown, if you don't stop talking to other girls, Chris Brown, I'm not gonna come see you in your mansion in Calabasas. I'm not coming there because you're talking to other girls. Yeah, okay. She'll fucking walk backwards, blindfolded, to go see that. She don't give a fuck who there. All right. I was not trying to spit that shit out, but that shit funny though. I'm gonna lie. Let it be fucking Drake. She had crossed the fucking border and go back and forth with Border Patrol to go see this. Give a fuck. That's the truth. You gotta only be talking to me. That's not even, girl. You worried about the wrong shit. White niggas come around, all them stipulations and shit, man. That shit go out the window when they like it. Keeping it in the room, keeping it in the honey, keeping it real, keeping it in the honey. You start naming dark skinned men, please. Well, I don't know. I'm not a homosexual, so I'm not gonna be like, ooh, well, let me think of a fine dark skin. I just thought of random guys. I just think of Chris Brown and Drake because I know that's who a lot of women like. You want me to cater to? You want me to be like, ooh, let me think of a fine dark skin. Like, what do you like? What? I just thought of random dudes. I wasn't even thinking about their skin color. I just thought of random guys. I wasn't thinking about skin color. You always say Chris, yeah, because that's what a lot of women like. I just said Chris Brown and Drake, not because they light skin. I don't fuck them niggas. Put no money in my pocket. Fuck them niggas. I'm just saying. Anyway. Usually when I hear women talk, they say they like Chris Brown and Drake. So I just thought of them. And we got to think about this shit too. Chris Brown is the perfect name because all that shit that was going on a few years ago when all the women was leaving their husbands to go take a picture with this nigga and spending money. Or no, the husbands was leaving them because they didn't want their woman to go. Well, they was leaving the husband. I guess it's both. But them dudes didn't want their woman taking pictures with them. And it was like, fuck you, I'm going to go take a picture with Chris Brown. And I'm going to put my ass on this and spend $1,000 to go do so. And I remember that shit happened a few years ago. So I always mention his name first because I remember that whole situation that was going on. That was crazy. Fellas, imagine your girl is willing to forego your boundary and she will go take a picture with this nigga and get on her knees and stick her tongue out while Chris Brown is standing there with his hands above his head simply because she like him and if you don't like that, you're insecure and you're controlling. Ain't that shit crazy that we live in a world? And there's women to be defending that shit. He's a celebrity, as if that's gonna make a difference in the fact that I don't give a fuck. Like, and spend money on the nigga. She ain't never spent $1,000 on you. She would spend $1,000 on a picture with a. Ain't that shit crazy? And if you don't like that, fellas, you're insecure and you're narcissistic. Boy, that was the goofiest shit I ever seen in my fucking life. Shout out to Lorraine. Lorraine, thank you for the $5 donation. I appreciate you, Lorraine. Much love to you, Lorraine. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Shout out to Lorraine. Shout out to everybody who sent the donation tonight. I appreciate y'all, man. Shout out to Ava again. On Klarna. They was doing it on Klarna, Mike. Hell no. That was financing the picture. Priorities fucked up. They can't finance a car and finance other shit. They finance a picture with it. That's crazy. That's wild as fuck. I love your content. Thank you, Valerie. I appreciate you, Valerie. They after paying that. That's crazy. Do you answers your DMs? If you need to book a session, you can't do that through the DMs. You gotta download the app, book a session, and I got you. But that's for people that need to book a session or one-on-one private consultation. But I don't do that through DMs though, and you gotta do that on the app. Do you think women are delusional because they don't take enough time to learn men? That's a great question, Roz. I think that's a part of it. I think that's the best question we got all night. I love when we get questions like that. That's a great question because it makes me think on the fly. But to answer your question, I think that's a part of it. I think it's a mix of a lot of things. I think women are naturally emotional. So a lot of times when they hear things, even though they'll hear the truth, they can't accept the truth. That's number one. Number two, I would say men are liars, and because men don't tell women the truth, that puts an entitlement, in women where they think how they think. I think another part of women's emotions is women lie to each other. So they know that girl is 500 pounds and she don't look good in that big yellow outfit, but they'll tell her that she's a 10 and she's perfect and she looks good in that big ass yellow outfit. So women don't like to tell each other the truth because they don't want to break girl code. Girl code is not about right, wrong, or indifferent. Girl code is about we have to stick together, and no matter what, you're not in the wrong simply because you're a woman. It's not about being honorable. It's not about being truthful. It's not about having integrity or accountability. It's about feelings. So that's another part of it. I think another part of it is society. You want to speak about it from societal perspective. Feminism. Feminism was supposed to be equality for men and women. Feminism nowadays, this wave of feminism has turned into hypersexualization. Women feel empowered because my titties is out. Men are sexually assaulting us, but let me show you my titties. Here's my ass and my pussy. It's crazy as so you got that aspect to it, and then it's the households too that I think is important too. Like it's the households where these children come from. They come from these households where the father is either not there, and if he is there, the woman runs the household. You got a lot of situations like that where the woman runs the household, and that's not to say that women can't raise children. Women can raise children to be great. The problem is the disciplinarian, the male aspect ain't there. And then you got a lot of my generation of men that's raising kids. My generation of fathers suck. They'll be in the kids' lives, but you might as well not even been in that little nigga life because you're going to raise them to be a bitch. You're going to raise them to be soft. You're going to raise them to be just like the mama raised you to be. So you got that issue too. So it's a whole bunch of different underlying factors that turn into a situation where you have not only women being delusional, but a lot of men are delusional too. That ain't just women. So we got that issue going on. So all of those things that, as a mix does different things for men and women. But from the perspective of your question, I think that's the answer. Excuse me. And then, the government, they push what they want to push because it's easier for the people at the top to make more money. When you got you got more people that's in the workforce. So, it's all of that shit going into one. I think that's a great question though. So whether you agree with my breakdown or disagree with it, I think you asked a great question, and I appreciate your question. Because we don't get a lot of that shit on this live. We get good questions, but that was a great question. What's going on, Tether?
UFDA's got this ego, man. Even though you be fucking it up for all of us.
Okay.
You niggas don't.
Okay. First off, you're in Toronto. That's number one. You're in Toronto. What you have to do, you have to stop yelling. I know your forehead is because you're Somali. I can hear your accent. You're in Toronto and you're Somali. I know that because I know your people. I know your accent. You got to stop yelling and calm down. You got to calm down. I know in Toronto you do that yelling because you'll come from these primitive places where I walk around barefoot and you got to scream because you got to get the voice through the fucking valley, through the buildings and the churches. Well, I don't got buildings, the trees and the huts and shit. You don't got to do that. We on the electronic devices. I know you don't have that back in homeland, but over here we got electronics. So we can speak like normal and talk eloquently, and I can still hear you. So you gotta stop yelling. You can troll all day. I'll troll back with you. We can have fun. We can laugh. Because we can joke. You know what I'm saying? That's black. You're not gonna be able to out roast me. I'm a black American, so you're following whatever I do. We can roast each other, but you don't have to scream, bro. Because if you scream, it's gonna the mic and the sound. People can't hear you, and I gotta drop you down. But talk normally, and we could have a roast session. We can troll each other. Go ahead, but don't do all that yelling.
Okay, I'm not gonna scream. You're right, but you're gonna allow me to speak, right? Because I allowed you to
just don't
speak.
yell. Just don't
mute me.
yell. Just
Okay, I
don't
won't
yell.
scream.
Just don't yell.
Okay, so I am Somali. So what? And I'm
You know,
from
how did you think
United
I knew you
States.
was Somali though?
I mean, like, shit, that's your good guess.
No. I can
Oh, okay.
I can hear the satellite radiation off your forehead. That's how I knew you was Somali. I knew you was
Okay, you're
Somali.
projecting now. You're projecting.
No,
Can I
no, no,
speak?
that motherfucker projecting. You know what? How about we do
I
this?
actually got a small
How about we
forehead,
do
but
this? Hold on.
you
How
believe
about
what
we
you
do
want.
this?
I got a small.
I'll take my head off and show my hairline and forehead. You get on camera and show your hairline and forehead, and it will have a roast session there. And I'll let you speak. I won't cut you off. I promise you. But let's first show our foreheads. Can we do that?
I mean, I'm going to bed soon because it's kind of dark where I'm at, so like I can't really do that. But I'll do that tomorrow.
Nah, he can't do
I'll
it.
come back on. No,
Go ahead.
I'm serious. There's no need for me to lie. Like I can show it to you tomorrow, but I'm already in bed, and I just wanted to not necessarily, have an argument with you, but just like
I know you can't be the trolls. I'm just trolling back. It's just like you're not gonna be able to. I'm a foundation Black America. You can't do it better than me. You can't do it better than me. So I'm gonna just do it backwards because I like to have fun. So let's do it. You want to do it? Let's do it. Go. I got my shit off. Get your shit off. Go ahead. You gotta be funny though. If you be funny, I'll laugh. I ain't gonna just go ahead. I'm listening. Go ahead.
Okay, but like, do you guys have the same energy for like other tethers, or is it only us? Like,
What you mean other tethers? What do you mean?
like, do you guys be saying this to like other Africans, or is it just
Who
only
is
us?
other?
Like,
Who is you guys? I'm one person. I'm not all foundational Black American. I'm one person. I'm not all Black Americans. I'm me. So you asking me to speak for everybody else? I'm me. What do you mean all
yeah, I mean,
everybody else?
I was referring to you, obviously. Yeah, you.
I
Like,
get
do
on
you have the same
everybody.
energy for
I get
other
on
Africans?
Black Americans if they don't be it. I get on everybody. I'll roast anybody that want to roast. We could talk shit. I get on everybody. I don't care where you're from. I'm gonna get on you. It don't matter.
Got you. And are you a Native American or like? I'm confused.
I'm a foundational Black American.
So you're not the we was natives and
If I was, what does that have to do with the conversation?
nothing. It's a joke because you.
Nothing. I didn't know. I didn't know. I just don't know. I just making things up because the injera bread that is heating up on my stove right now is not heating up fast enough, nigga. And I have to make sure that I make up to go make the time go by faster because I cannot get the injera bread to go back into my nigga. Be funny. You just saying shit. Be funny. Y'all niggas are not. Tariq always says you niggas are not witty. You're not witty. Be funny. Just be funny. And we could like.
I didn't come on here to like be funny though. I want to have like.
Bro, you was in a comment saying FBAs are trash. You don't think I saw that?
I don't remember commenting that. Maybe that was a while ago.
Now you lying. So now you're being a lion tether.
I don't hate FBAs. Like I
don't really care if you hate us or not, because you're a nobody. You're in Toronto. Like I don't care. Your head is touching. Right now, your head is touching every single wall in your room.
You're projecting, bro. There's no need for insult.
The only projection is what's above your eyes. But listen, right now your head is touching the four walls in your room. So I don't care if you hate me or love me. I don't really care. You said FBA was trash in the comments. So because you said that, I know you don't have a real, like, you don't really want to have a comment. You wanted to come up here and talk shit. So I'm just talking shit with you. Now you can't handle it because you didn't know that.
It's talk shit, but like, there's no point in like me doing that because I just wanted to have a genuine.
What was your point of comment? FBA was trash in the comments because I saw the comment. If anybody don't know what FBA is, it's just a Black American. I don't remember. Hold on, calm down, real quick. If anybody don't know what FBA is, because I know some of y'all don't know about the grassroots movement or whatever. Foundation of Black American is simply a Black American who, if you could trace your lineage. Okay, stop. Okay, calm down. You don't have to yell. You're not back. You're not in your homeland. Like, you're not having a tribal warfare. You're not throwing a spear. Calm down. So, if anybody don't know what a Foundation of Black American is, it's simply a Black American who can trace your lineage back to chattel slavery. So if you could trace your lineage back to chattel slavery, or you could trace your lineage back to like 1776, which is the inception of America, or 1619, which was when like they claimed that they brought slaves over here, but it's just a Black American who don't have an immigrant background, or at least the majority of us. Let's say if maybe your mother was white but your dad was Black, you would still be FBA, but you would just be biracial. You know what I'm saying? So you just have, but it's people that can trace their lineage back to the start of America. You don't come from Africa or the Caribbean. It's pretty simple. That's it. It's just a new term. That's it. But people like him, he's a tether, so he doesn't like that Black Americans. We starting to have pride within our ethnic group, and it's not about hating others. It's about loving ourselves. He doesn't like that because it makes him feel inferior. He's in Toronto right now. He left East Africa to go to Toronto. And shout out to the cool Somalis. I ain't gonna issue with Somalis. He left East Africa to go to Toronto.
I'm not in Toronto though.
Talk about Black America.
So you're wrong.
You in Canada though, right?
Why did you mute me? You said you weren't going to mute me.
Yeah, but I'm talking to my chat and you're yelling. You're not in your home. You don't have to yell. You know, you can just talk.
I wasn't yelling until you muted
You're
me. You said
yelling
you would
right
never
now.
mute me
Okay,
again.
but if you're muted, why
So
do
you took back on your word. Listen, let's just have a genuine conversation.
Okay, listen. You do realize that if you mute it, you yelling is not gonna unmute you. Like, you think if you talk louder, it's gonna make your mic get off the mute? Like, you thought that was gonna happen. If you're muted, talking louder don't make me think that you're not gonna be. We're not gonna hear you. So just calm down. But you gotta stop yelling. Stop yelling. You keep yelling. Just be chill. This way y'all be scaring the women, because your whole foreheads be big as hell. Y'all be walking around with ashy.
I actually look FBA. People tell me I look Black American all the time. I don't necessarily have a big forehead. We don't look all the same. Like, really.
Y'all do look all the same. I can tell. Y'all sound the same. You act the same.
Well, I literally have people telling me I look Black American. I have a small
But
forehead.
you in Canada, right?
No, I'm in the United States.
What part?
Do I have to say my specific
You're
location?
lying. You have a Canadian accent.
Nah. I swear I'm in the United States.
Have you ever been to Canada? Have you ever been to Canada?
No, I haven't. I got family off there though.
Bro, what do you want, Tether?
I just want to understand you guys' position. That's all.
What?
It's
But
we
why
on
are
the
you?
same,
What do you
right?
mean, you guys? I'm not all Black Americans. I'm me. How can you understand somebody?
Okay.
That's like me going up to a Somali person and say, "Hey, Somali person, what's your guys' position?" A Somali person is one person that's Somali is not a representative of the whole entire ethnic group. So you asking me
Okay.
to speak for every? I don't know everybody. Everybody don't have the same position as me. We're not a
Okay,
monolith. Somalis are not
You're
a
right.
monolith. I know some cool Somalis. You're just not one of them.
Damn, I. So
Yeah.
I wanna know what your issue with Somalis.
I don't have an issue with Somalis. I have an issue with tethers. I don't give a where you from. I don't have an issue with Somalis.
What's the
I think
difference
y'all have
between
beautiful,
others?
I think y'all have beautiful women. Some of y'all women beautiful. But I think y'all have beautiful women. I think y'all have good culture in some instances, and I mean that's pretty much it. I don't know too much about it. But yeah, I mean, I don't got no issue with Somalis. I don't got no issue with nobody for being an ethnic group. I have an issue if you a part of another ethnic group and you take issue with my people, especially when you don't have the reason to.
hating on
Black
you guys.
Black Americans have never did anything to your community, but for whatever reason,
That's true.
But for whatever reason, y'all come over to y'all either go to the UK, y'all go to Canada, or y'all come to America, and y'all talk about our people from a negative perspective. And it wasn't for us,
That's
we wouldn't
true.
be able to go to the UK, Canada, or America. That'd be my only
That's
issue.
true.
But if you was Somali, I'm show you love just like I would show anybody else love. I don't have no hatred towards nobody because of their ethnic group. I respect all people.
Yeah, that's true. So if they show respect to you, then you'll show respect to them.
Yeah, but
Yes,
you
sir.
was in the comments saying "F my group of people. I never said "F your group of people. You said FBAs are trash. I would never say Somalis are trash. I would say somebody's like you, meaning individuals that are your archetype, are trash. See the difference? You see that I don't have a
I'll take that back if I ever said it.
No, you gotta take it
I
back.
didn't
That's how
mean
you
that.
feel. That's what you said.
No,
Don't
I
take it
don't
back.
feel
That's
like
weak.
I'm being genuine. I'm trying to come to
You
some
was
type of
genuine
middle
when you said the
ground.
initial comment. You ain't gotta take it back. That's weak. That's soft. Now you see that's that tether shit. I'm gonna no nigga. I'm sorry. I don't want to say what I was going to say. Nigga. No, don't do that. Just stand on it. It's cool. This shit don't affect me. I'm in my
Okay, so I got a question for you. You don't think FBAs be bullying tethers or whatnot? They be calling them African booty scratcher. You don't think they're in the wrong for
Yeah,
that?
this is
or-
something that we do. It's called trolling. It's called roasting. It's called talking shit. You know, Black Americans roast.
You don't think it's rooted in anti-black or something?
Listen.
Yeah,
You know what roasting is?
yeah, I do. I love that.
What is roasting?
Making jokes at one another, right?
To an extent, roasting is something specifically. It's a creation of Black Americans. We roast each other.
Really?
Out of yeah. Where do you think it came from? You think it came from white
Oh,
people? It didn't come from Africa. It didn't come from the Caribbean. It didn't come from Latin America. Black Americans started roasting. This TV show is called Yo Mama. That's a roast show. We roast each other. That's what it's called.
You don't
It's
think
like-
it goes a little bit too far though?
No, it don't go too far. You're just not used to it because it's not your culture. So you take it to heart. It's Black Americans in here. We can roast each other. We can roast each other all day. We don't take it too far. We just give you all the energy that you give us. So when we be like, yeah, you look like you climb trees, you eat with your feet. Like I can say shit like that. That's just me roasting. Y'all take it personally. Some of you be like, you boo.
How about if we
I'm not
roast
gonna
you
take it
guys
personally.
back?
It's a
Will you
joke.
guys get upset?
You said what?
How about if we roast you guys back? Will you guys get upset or is
No,
it just
we're gonna laugh. Y'all just don't be funny with it. Y'all don't be. You were slaves. You guys were slaves. Like that's not like you at that point you just being xenophobic. You're not actually just being Like, you're not making a joke towards the individual. You know, you just being xenophobic at that point. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna talk about like your people getting colonized. I don't have to make that a joke, but I can say like, yeah, y'all walk around in dresses and it be 150 degrees outside. That's just talking, but it's real because some of y'all niggas be, it's hot as fuck over there. Y'all be having the long robes and shit. It's just a joke though. Like, it's culture. It's a joke. You can roast our culture, but y'all don't be funny. You take it to another level. We start to just be like saying some other shit. I talk shit.
Yeah, but you guys do know, like, you guys are the same as Africans, though, right? Like, you guys come from us.
If we the same as Africans, why can't I get why do I have to go through customs to go to your country? Why can't I get citizenship in your country and get paperwork? Why can't I get the benefits over there? Why can't I get all the same
you
benefits?
can if you
You're
all
not
do
letting me
those things.
finish. You're not letting me finish.
Got you.
First of all, Africa is a continent of how many people?
It's 54 countries. Yeah,
I didn't ask you about how many countries. I said how many people are in Africa?
probably like over 1 billion, I'd say.
It's 2 billion. You should know because you're from there. 2 billion plus people in Africa. How many different
Gotcha.
ethnic groups and tribes are in Africa?
Hundreds, 200s.
No,
maybe.
it's thousands of different ethnic groups and tribes in Africa. So for somebody that's so African, you should know. So
I
the
mean, I'm
most
from a
diverse,
specific region, so-
the most diverse place on earth is where?
I'm guessing like Brazil or
No,
Asia.
Africa, goofball.
Yeah.
You know the reason how I can tell? Because if that's first of all, Brazil is a country, it's not a continent, but Africa
I thought
is
you were
the
talking
most
about
diverse. No, you didn't. You just didn't know. Africa is the most diverse place on earth. The reason why I can look at somebody and tell that they're West African is because of their phenotype. I can look at somebody and tell that they're South African.
But West Africans and you guys
You're not
look
letting
the
me
same, though.
finish. You're not letting me
Got you.
finish. You're not at the green card office. Calm down. So I can look at an East African and tell they're East African based on their phenotype. They have a different, distinctive forehead, and that's not me joking. I'm being real.
But
It's
that's
a
not all of
distinct-
us, though.
Okay, you just don't know how to be quiet. I don't want to have to mute you, but you got to be quiet.
Got you, my bad.
Africa, long story short, Africa is the most diverse place on earth. I can look at somebody that's East African and tell they're East African simply by looking at their phenotype. I can look at somebody that's West African and look at they have a longer nose. Their cheekbones have a higher bridge to it. They have bigger lips. East African is gonna have a bigger forehead. Their cheekbones are gonna be higher than a West African's cheekbones. They'll have a more a sharper chin. South African is kind of harder to tell, but it's a bit of a mix, right? Africa is the most diverse place on earth. Tribes, cultures, language, foods, everything else. So when you say you guys come from us, that doesn't make any sense because by your logic, do you believe that all life started in Africa? Yes, no.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
So then by your logic, then everything would come from Africa. So you would have to correlate that to everything, but you don't tell white people that you guys come from us, white man. Mexican, you guys come from us. You wouldn't say, you only say it to us. We have our own distinct ethnic group, food, culture, and everything over here in America. The same way y'all do. So we don't necessarily come from you. But if you saying that we come from you and we're just African like everybody else, let me get my citizenship. Let me get my access to get some of the benefits y'all got over there. And I shouldn't have to pay for it and I should get free access to it. But no, when I go to Africa, guess where I'm going to get treated like a foreigner. I'm going to get people trying to scam me at the airport, trying to take money from me. Not everywhere in Africa, but in certain parts of the poorest parts of Africa, people going to be trying to scam me, take money from me. The police is going to be trying to bribe me for money. There's stories of Black Americans going to Africa and the police basically taking them hostage until they get money in their pocket. And they'll unalive them. Most of the crime in Africa that get committed, it don't get rectified. It doesn't even get justified. Nobody goes to jail for it. So if I'm so African, then I should be able to get the same benefits and I should get treated like the rest of the Africans. But I don't. I get treated like a foreigner. So even if that's what you believe, it ain't true in reality. So no, I mean,
I was referring to like, the phenotype or the genetics thing. But
West Africans don't look like East Africans. Y'all look completely different.
I was talking about like you in West Africa.
No, you said Africa. And no, I can look
Yeah, I
at
didn't
somebody.
specify. That's on me, obviously.
And even with that, Black Americans don't look like West Africans. It's a complete phenotypical difference. And
For sure, there is a difference, but I mean, there's some similarities, right?
same way it's a similarity between a West African and an East African. That don't mean that they're the same.
True. You guys are a unique group of people. For
So
sure.
what argument are you giving besides I'm just a tether looking for something to do because I'm bored?
I mean, I just wanted to understand, like, because some of you guys be going a little bit too far. And I know it's like jokes, as you said, like, but, you know, I feel like it is kind of rooted in like anti-blackness. They used to like turn off the lights and
Somali
say
that they're not black. Y'all
stuff.
don't even claim to be black. Y'all only claim to be black when y'all come to America. Tell a Somali and Somali they black. They gonna, you know that a lot of Somalis don't claim black, so that's BS.
I mean, I think that's like a minority of them, but I don't think, you know what I'm saying? But they're still black though, regardless,
Do they,
right?
on paperwork in Somali, do they have a classification for somebody being black?
Within the United States, like, what do you
No.
mean?
I said in Somali. They don't. No, they don't. No, they don't. They classify
there's no
by
proper
their
government
tribes.
so that
as
doesn't
Somali.
matter, no?
You know that. Why are you lying? They classify by their tribes in your country. They don't classify by race because race is a social construct. They don't classify by race in a lot of these African countries. They go by their tribe, which they should. Shout out to the Africans for doing that. Not letting the other people, you know, take who you are. But they go by their tribes. They don't go by race. So you just lying. You just lying. And if we're so black like you, then you shouldn't be in the comments saying FBAs are trash. Since we all the same, we all the same nigga, then don't be in the comments disrespecting my group of people.
But I didn't disrespect you guys.
You did.
Like,
You was in the comments saying FBAs are trash. That's what you
I
said.
concede to that if you can find the comment, but I said, like, even if I did say that.
You know you said it though. Are you? What's your religion? Are you Muslim? Are you a Muslim?
Me saying
Are you a Muslim?
Yeah.
So on Allah, you don't know if you said that or not.
I mean, I'm not sure. But
You gonna sit there and lie? You gonna sit there and lie and say you didn't put that in the comments? Come on, bro. Now it's like now I gotta drop. If you're not gonna be honest, I'm gonna drop. Because I saw the comment. If you're not gonna be honest, I'm gonna drop. Say wallahi. Yeah. Say wallahi. Say wallahi. You ain't say that.
If you show it to me, then I admit it.
You're not on the toilet taking a shit. Like I don't have to show you because you said it. I saw it and you know you typed it. So why do I have to show you if you know you said it?
I didn't say that though.
Why are you lying?
Okay, show it to me if I said it.
I don't have to because you know you said it. You said FBAs are trash. You said it multiple times.
I didn't know.
I brought you up.
Bro, I'm telling you, if you said that, then I'll apologize for it.
You lying. So we're going to get you off of there because we don't like lying tethers. We don't do that. I gave you too much time. We don't like lying tethers. We can't do that. And that's mad that you're going to do that on Allah. That's messed up. You're going to get your own religion. You're just going to lie. That's not cool. That's not cool at all. That's messed up.
Hello.
Hi, Kashanti. How you doing?
I am. Okay, so I'm Somali. And I'm going to say this. I muted that comment. And before I could mute it, you caught it. Right? And the fact that one thing about like Somali people, all you have to say is say wallah, he didn't say it. And the fact that he couldn't say it and he was like, show me, and he couldn't say it was like, okay, that was diabolical. You could have just said, wallah, I didn't say it if you didn't say it. You know what I mean? And another thing is, we can get deep in this, but I don't want to.
Go ahead. I mean,
I feel like there's tether Somali and there's regular Somali. And I can't even say his name. I don't know. He just came on in a different, whatever. Akil too. Akil, I tried to block your comment where you kept saying, he said something else too that got killed. So if you want to bring him up, you can bring him up too. But the Somali guy that was on here, before I muted it, obviously you've seen it before I muted it, and he was wrong for that. So, and the fact that he couldn't say wallahi just says a lot. Because one thing about Somali people, they are not religious, but we do bring our religion before our culture. And if we're telling the truth, we're gonna say wallahi. So I felt like maybe he just wanted to come up and try to troll, and that wasn't. Don't make us look bad because of how you feel about what he's saying. And one thing I can say about you, Amp, everything that you say, they can't argue back. But I'm about to, I don't know if you could drop me, but yeah.
Yeah. Shout out to Kashanti for coming up. Yeah, you're right. I mean, that's with anything. You know, you got a difference between tethers and people who are just where they from. You know, my issue is only the tethers. And when I speak about this type of stuff, and when the other foundational Black Americans speak about this type of stuff, the people who jump up out of their seat are the tethers because they're telling themselves. If you having a conversation about DL men, you're not gonna see me say, "Hey, what do you mean? I don't like these. Ain't an ounce of sugar over here. Ain't no brown sugar. Ain't no granulated sugar. Ain't no powdered sugar. None of it. It's straight salt over here. And lemon pepper, straight strong flavors over here. I'm a man, straight. You ain't gonna see me jump out of my seat. You know what I'm saying? But the tethers, they get in their feelings because they know that they meet the qualification of what we're speaking on. If you don't apply, let it fly. It's that simple. When I speak about on live, now I say some women are blah, 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 blah. We don't all do that. Who said anything about you? I'm speaking on who it pertains to. You feel me? So we bored. We've been on here for a while. We might as well entertain the troll, entertain the tether, entertain the tether. You know what I'm saying? Why not? All right, I'm not bringing you back up though because you lied, and we don't do lying tethers. So we're gonna get you up out of here. That's it. Anyway, let's get back to the content. We got another tether for you. We ain't bringing up no more tethers because they come in like flies. They get to zipping around and nigga, do not talk to us. Do it like that's nigga. We are the same nigga. You are no difference, no nigga. I'm not trying to hear none of that shit. We not finna make this a tether live. Like I ain't look, and I don't got no issue with nobody. I don't give a fuck if you African, Caribbean. I don't give a fuck if you Latin. I don't give a fuck if you white, black. If you respect them, I'm gonna respect you. I treat everybody with common courtesy and decency. I don't give a fuck where they from. If you a foundational Black American, I feel like you on some bullshit. I'm gonna call it out. I don't hold my tongue for nobody. Everybody know that about Ant CEO. I don't play. But if you come at my people, I'm gonna come at yours. That's it. So if you say F my people or my people is trash, all right, bet. I'm gonna say that your people walk around in trash bags. That's it. It's just like, come on, man. We can have a roast off. We can roast. It's going a little bit too far, nigga. I was joking with you, but no, you ain't taking it too much, nigga. No, where the energy at? No, let's keep it where it was at. No, what's wrong now? Now we done? Now it's too far? No, fuck all that. Where the same energy at? No, nigga, fuck all that. You feel me? Don't even do all that. Keep the same energy. We can talk shit. Look, I'm Black American. I ain't gonna take it personally. You talk shit, I'm gonna talk shit back. The Nigerian accent, I don't know how to do a Somali accent, so I'm gonna default to Nigerian. Shout out to the Nigerians, no disrespect, but I'm gonna default to your accent because I don't know how to do Somali accent. But I'm gonna figure it out. Give me like 2 weeks of practice in it. I'm gonna be able to do the Somali accent. Cause Shani said she's gonna teach me. All right, bet for sure that. So when y'all come up, I'm gonna talk to y'all in y'all language, in y'all accent, I should say. They can't take it when it come back to them. Yeah, I just match energy. That's it. I just match energy. Everybody know that I match energy. You know what I'm saying? I respect everybody, man. I respect your culture and all that. Just don't come at me in mine. So I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna make it worse. I'm gonna go harder than you gonna go on me. For sure. That's it. What's up, Queen? How you doing?
Hey, how are you doing? I'm good.
That's good.
Okay. So, I've been watching your live. I'm sorry, I'm at work, but I've been watching your live and everything. I appreciate everything you do, but I do have a question. I am kind of in a dilemma about a friend. A friend of mine, she's been friends with me for over 12 years. You know, it's like my going out partner. We chill, we hang.
Real quick, Queen. Not to cut you off. Is this kind of connected towards like dating in a sense? Like
yes, it is.
For sure. Go ahead.
I'm gonna get to that point. It has something to do with someone that I'm not dating, but you know, I've been knowing for a long time.
For sure.
But the friend that I've been cool with, she seen me in my relationship. Prior to that, years ago, she know how I get down. I actually been practicing abstinence. I have not, all year. So she knows that. She understand that. So, recently I went to Vegas with a friend. It was his birthday. Back in March, and we don't do anything. He respects that. I'm practicing abstinence. He's not pushing up on me. He's not doing anything. But we're both single, so whatever he do, that's what he do. I'm not questioning him. I don't. That's all. That's his business. But he did tell me that he was intimate with a friend of hers that I actually know too. She's not my friend. She's just a friend of a friend. And whenever we go out or do something, she'll say, "Hey, I'm bringing so and so with me," or something like that. So, it's like, hey, just a respect thing, friend of a friend. So, I don't call her, we don't talk or anything like that. All right. So the issue is when I told my friend that I was going to Vegas with the guy, she gave me one of those, and I'm like, well, what's that about? And she's like, nothing. She never said anything to me or anything. But he did tell me that he used to date, not date, but they was never in a relationship or anything like that. But, mess around, things like that. He was open and honest with me. I respect him for that. Okay, so when I came back from Vegas, she jumped in his inbox and started bashing him. So I'm like, I didn't understand why she would be doing that when it should be her friend. So we're out at an event, and from what I know, that he approached her because she inboxed him. He said he didn't want to, go back and forth into the inboxing thing. He was going to address her in her face because he didn't understand why she was in his inbox talking about me and his vacation.
So Queen,
I'm sorry.
It's a lot.
Sure.
First, I want to ask you: you from Pittsburgh?
Yes, I am.
I be knowing. I know my country. I know where people from in my country.
You are absolutely right.
I used to live in Pittsburgh. I stayed right downtown on Fifth Avenue.
That's where I actually work right now at a hotel.
Yeah, I stayed across the street from the Penguin Stadium, right around the corner from Carson Street. I stayed right there.
Okay, that's what's up. Yeah, I know exactly where it's at. I live on the east side.
Yeah, for sure. You be at Big Shot Bob's?
Big Shop. No, actually, I don't eat meat. Okay. I don't eat pork, beef, the turkey, none of that. Chicken. I don't eat meat. So, for sure. But I have tasted it before a long time ago. Yes, it was absolutely good.
Okay. Yeah. Let's get to this stuff. First of all, we gotta break this down because it's a lot.
Yeah, it is. I'm sorry.
Why?
Okay, so she
hold on.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
Why do you have a male friend?
Okay, so it's not like a male friend. This is possibly, will possibly go somewhere, but he knows that I'm abstinent. So,
Queen, so then that's not a friend, Queen. So this is the issue. No, listen. There's no
You're
will.
right. You're right.
There's no will. A friend is supposed to be platonic, which means there is no type of a sexual attraction whatsoever. So when you say, well, he knows it's not going nowhere, if you try to give him some sex, would he take it?
Of course, absolutely.
So then that's not a friend, Queen. A friend shouldn't have sex with their friend. So you're not dealing with a friend. You're dealing with a weirdo that's willing to be around a woman, and because he's not man enough to tell you, look, we either fucking or we gonna be something or we gonna get on somewhere. A lot of men are weak. And that's why he's in the position that he's in, because you haven't been in the friend zone, not because you want to be in the friend zone. This is what's wrong with men who have female friends and vice versa, because the dynamic is completely off. You as a woman should not want to be around a man that is actively trying to get at you, but he's just waiting for you to just wake up one day and want to give it to him. You should have better discernment to not be around nobody like that. And what happens in situations like that is exactly what leads to what you're going through right now. This is the problem. You shouldn't be How old are you, Queen?
I just turned 42.
You just turned 42 years old. You shouldn't be traveling to Vegas with no man that's your friend. You should be traveling to Vegas with your mother husband.
That is true.
So that shouldn't be. Hold on, Queen. Hold on, because we getting somewhere. Because I need you to really take this in. That man is not your friend. That's what I want you to take from this conversation right now, at least. That man is not your friend. And he shouldn't be around you, and you shouldn't be around him. Not because of what happened and whatever issue that you finna explain or whatever. But he's not your friend off the initial standpoint and definition of what a true friend is. That ain't your friend. That's a weirdo. And you ain't too far off for having a nigga around you. So
I agree. I didn't mean to say that. I didn't mean to say friend, because you're absolutely right. It's not a friend.
You said friend multiple times. No. You said friend
because
multiple times.
that was the term that I used, which is incorrect. Okay.
So then what is it?
It's incorrect. I'm sorry.
So then what is it?
No, possible, dating. I mean, I'm physically attracted. We're both physically attracted to each other. We both communicated on that level, but we're not there yet. We're just not sexually. We're not getting there yet. I'm not doing anything with this man, but we didn't talked about it, and it's like, we. I don't know.
The problem is you sound like a 22-year-old, not a 42-year-old. We just
Right.
abstinent, and we just it's a potential, but I'm not. But
It's me. It's me. I'm saying I'm abstinent, and
I know you saying
mean,
that.
like,
That's what I'm saying. Like, what are you? Respectfully, Queen, I'm gonna just keep the 100 with you. Do you have any children?
one.
Okay, you a
She'll be
42-year-old.
26.
You're a 42-year-old single mom. You ain't got no leverage to be talking about. I'm gonna go to Vegas with a dude that you said friend. Now you saying he wasn't a friend. You ain't got no leverage to be like, well, we gonna see where it go. You a 42 single mom. I ain't saying you gotta fuck every man you see, but you should be giving that away. If you gonna willing to listen to me, Queen. If you, and her name is Queen, by the way, for you weirdo YouTube niggas, you simping. Her name on the username thing is Queen.
Well, you can call me Neek.
Neek, whatever. I mean, I see the Queen is what I see. I'm just call you Queen, whatever. But
Okay.
listen to me. You shouldn't be traveling across the country with no dude that you're not willing to sleep with. Because you eventually gonna give it up. So what are you doing? And if you're not willing to, if sex is not on the cards with you, then don't travel across the country with it.
It's not that sex isn't in the cards. It's just that I have been abstinent, practiced the abstinence. I mean, I was just in a relationship maybe about a year and a half ago. So now it's just me coming. And this is someone that I've known for over 20 years.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you've been known for 20 years. Who gives a fuck if you've been
Absolutely.
known?
You're absolutely right. I'm just letting
So why are
you
you bringing
know.
this up? What does that mean? Why is that helping this conversation, man?
I guess it's not.
It's not. It's
I
no.
guess it's not. I guess it's not.
Giving filler.
But it's not that I wasn't intentional. It's not that I'm not trying to have sex. It's that before I even got into the situation to talk to him or even go to Vegas or anything like that, I was already abstinent. It wasn't that, I got into that.
You're missing the point. You're listening to just deflect and give a bunch of babble that don't nobody give a fuck about because it's not helping your situation. Instead of you trying to defend yourself and trying to be, well, it wasn't that bad. I need you to listen because everything that I say, it wasn't like that, but it was kind of like, it was like that. At the end of the day, all this extra shit you adding is just you deflecting the conversation and deflecting the point. You're a 42-year-old single mom traveling to Vegas, which is literally called Sin City, where sex work is legal in certain parts of Nevada and the outskirts of Vegas. And then you dealing with this man that you claim was your friend, but then you say, well, he not my friend, but we is messing around, but not sexually, but we gonna see where it go one day. But then he was in Vegas with you, dealing with other women, right?
No.
Okay, you initially said that when you got to Vegas, he did his thing.
No. I didn't say that.
I could have
No, I
sworn you
didn't say
said
that. I promise you I didn't say that. We actually, so we didn't even stay in the same room. I had my own room. He had his own room.
What's
It was
the
a
point
nice
of
day.
going? It's no point. So regardless, there's no point of going. It's no point of that. That's a waste of time. You shouldn't be traveling.
Okay,
Listen to me.
so I
Stop. I gotta meet you because you just want to defend it. I gotta argue. Stop arguing. You should not be traveling across the country with a man that you're not willing to sleep with because you're abstinent. Abstinence is not just sex; it's also putting yourself in a position to not be. So if you're an alcohol, if you're a recovering alcoholic, the best place to be is probably not the club. That's what I'm trying to get you to understand. If you're a sex addict, the best place to be is probably not a strip club. If you're addicted to food, the best place to be is probably not at McDonald's. Is what I'm trying to get you to understand.
Right.
So you're already off foundationally with that. And then you would a dude that you claim is your friend, but he ain't your friend. But then he is your friend, but he not your friend. But then we just messing around, but we not serious, but we is serious. And he was dealing with somebody else and they made me feel away. The whole dynamic is fucked up because you're immature.
No, it's not even that. And that's what I'm saying. I couldn't really get to because you said it was a lot. So, and it was a lot, but I didn't even get to like any other situations. It wasn't just for me. It wasn't just me.
I can't do it. Have a good day. I can't help you. You're 42 and you're insufferable and you're gonna lose the dating market. The dating market is over with for you. I can't help you. I can't help you. I don't know what to tell you. You unhelpable. There's so many women that come up here. You can't be helped because you argue too much. You argue way too much. You talk too much. You talk way too much. And your whole thing is, I need to make myself sound like the victim. How can I explain myself the best way where he won't go in on me like that? I can't help you because you want to be a victim instead of just being 100 and just because every little thing doesn't need a little detailed, intricate little thing. It don't need that. It don't need that. Be to the point, be direct, and say what happened so you can get some help. But every time I give you any type of rebuttal or some type of accountability, it's always, well, but it's like a little kid. You're 42 years old. You're 42. And for all you, you're not being nice. She's 42 and with a kid. This ain't about being nice. She's a grown ass motherfucking woman. She's a grown ass woman. She's not 14. She's 42. She's older than me. But this is what's the problem with women, because not all women, but this is the problem with a lot of women because y'all coddle this type of behavior. Don't worry about it, girl. You can do what your weight don't matter. Your kids don't matter, girl. You can fuck who you want to fuck. Go suck that dick. That's the advice y'all give each other. Y'all coddle each other, which is where you end up. That's all that babbling and shit. She being her female friend groups doing that shit too. And they all don't hold each other accountable because you want to break girl code. I can't break girl code. It's all about being nice. No, it's about being realistic. It's about being honest. It's about telling the truth. This is some of y'all should hear from your father, but a lot of y'all don't have no fathers, which is why what I'm saying comes across as mean. No, it's not mean. It's reality. But I lose my patience with somebody that's 42. And if it was a man, I would have gave way less time. If it was a man, I would have cut her off 5 minutes ago. But a 42-year-old woman in her situation, it's too late for her, especially when I'm trying to go into detail about shit and everything is an argument rather than saying, okay, because your way ain't been working. So the path that you're going down, you ain't got to do all that over explaining. Your way ain't been working, baby girl. You up out here. Because majority of women speak nonsense to give bad advice. It's true, cliche. Excuse me, didn't butcher your name. It's true. Y'all give each other terrible advice. He cheated, girl, cheat back. He broke your heart, go fuck his best friend. That's the advice y'all give each other. He don't want you in the club. He just insecure, girl. He don't want you changing. He wants you to change the outfit. He just can't handle a bad bitch. Fuck the T-Pookie. Stupid shit like that. That's the advice y'all give each other, literally. Most of y'all women, y'all give each other that type of advice. Not all y'all, but most women, y'all give each other terrible advice. He wants you to work on your attitude. He just can't handle you, girl. Don't fuck that nigga, girl. Go to the club. Shit like that. That's the advice y'all give each other. And y'all wonder why y'all end up 42 in her position. And she 42 with it. Some of y'all women that's 22 in her position. It's real shit. It's all about emotion. It's never about accountability and logic. So what I was holding her up was to the fire so she can understand, look, stop over explaining. The foundation is fucked up. So what she wanted to do was she wanted to go into the whole detail and get to the conclusion so I can talk about the conclusion. No, before we get to the conclusion, let's talk about how this shit started. But we can't do that because but you don't let me finish. Because first of all, you've been talking for fucking 3-4 minutes. It don't take that long to explain what happened. But it's crazy. All this dude is speaking on women. Let me invite you up. Come back up. Come up. I just sent you an invite. You said all I do is speak on women. Come up. You're going to be muted too until you come up. Come up. You said all I do is speak on women. Come up. Come up. Yeah, that's what the fuck I thought. Soft ass. All you do is talk shit and hide in the comments. Anyway. It's not like one of the most popular videos on my YouTube channel is a 2-hour compilation of talking about men. It's not like that's not one of the most popular videos on my channel. It's like that don't even exist. No, the truth of the matter is this. When I talk about men, it don't go viral, or not, it don't go viral. When I talk about men, people don't hold the same standard of respect the same way. Because if anybody that know that I watch my content, you know I go way harder on men. But it's okay to hold men accountable. It's okay to tell men the truth. It's okay to tell men that they fucking up. That doesn't get shock value. What gets shock value, excuse me, is when you talk to women, because women are overly emotional. And the problem is you have men, because they're overly emotional like their mamas, and they're not used to their mama hearing truth, and somebody told the truth to their mama, because they can't tell the truth to their mama. When you tell women the same thing you tell men, the response is going to be different. You're going to notice too, like, when I come at men, nobody says that I'm being rude, mean, or disrespectful. You know what all the women in live do? They laugh, because I'm talking to a man. But when I'm talking to a woman, oh, you're rude, you're mean, you didn't let her finish, you're disrespectful. But when I talk to men, it's funny, it's laughing, it's hee hee ha 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 ha. I just find that funny. I just find it funny how y'all love to pick and choose when y'all want to have this morality and this disrespect shit. Man, y'all don't even believe that. Shut the fuck up. I talk to motherfuckers the way they need to be spoken to because they say stupid shit. First vid I seen on you was addressing something about racism and statistics. Bro, my YouTube channel, the majority of my content on YouTube is politics. But let stupid niggas that don't watch my content say it. You only talk about women. Majority of my content is not women, it's politics. And if you go to my YouTube channel, you're going to see that. These be goofy, though. Selective morality facts, Mike. That's when you become a man. When you realize your mama played the victim your whole life. As fucked up as that song Carrie is kind of true. Not all the time, because sometimes the fathers don't be. But this is the thing, though. You never hear your father's side of the story until you get older. Because when you're young and you live with your mama, you only hear your mama's side of the story. Your mama gonna talk to her friends. You hearing what your mama telling to her friends. You hearing what the friends telling back to the mama. And you've only heard your mama say this shit. When you get older, you be like, damn. The same way my mama treat her men is the same way my mama treat me. This bitch ain't. But you don't realize till you get older. I ain't saying me, I'm speaking in general. You finally realize your mama ain't shit. Your mama ain't no different from the rest of these hoes. You think your mama different because she came out of her pussy? You thought for all the men in here, you thought your mama was different because you got pushed out of her pussy? Guess what, nigga? Your mama was a bitch. Your daddy was fucking. You thought you was playing? No, that's what your mama told you. Your daddy ain't playing you, nigga. Your daddy ain't playing you. Your daddy was trying to get some ass. The same way you be out here fucking these hoes, your daddy was out here fucking these hoes. And that was doing it in the 90s. In the 80s. Your mama ain't. You supposed to have a brother, you know that? Couple of them. Broke them bones up and pulled them right out. Your mama ain't tell you that shit. You the one that made it. It was for y'all. Your mama ain't gonna tell you that she had an abortion. Your mama ain't gonna never tell you that. Your mama gonna tell the story how she wanted to be told. Your daddy wasn't shit. I ain't speaking to my mama. My mama never spoke to me about my father in a negative light. I ain't speaking about my own mama. Shout out to my mama. But I'm keeping it on it. I'm keeping it on it. You ain't never heard this side of the story till you get older. You finally realize your mama ain't shit. You can love your mama. But your mama ain't shit. That's why she 54 and single. You think she did 54 years in the game? You got 4 brothers. You got 4 siblings. 3 different baby daddies. She couldn't keep none of them. Oh, she was the victim in all them situations, huh? You thought, yeah, you thought that was the case, huh? Boy. I guess the men didn't do nothing. Yeah, because that's what I'm saying. That's exactly what I said. The last 3-4 minute rant I just went on was me saying men never do nothing and it's always women's fault. That's exactly what I just said. Of course. That's what I said. That's 100% what I just said. You can't make it up. You can't make it up. Their emotion controls everything about them, fellas. And ladies. Not all y'all ladies, but her. She ain't hear shit else. All she heard was, so what you saying? Niggas don't do nothing. Nobody said none of that shit, man. Ain't nobody say that shit. Prime example of proving my point. Y'all emotions be fucking y'all up, man.
Okay, so my question is, I transport for a living animals, so I'm always on the go. I'm 38, and I'm single, so I'm just trying to figure out what it is maybe that I'm doing wrong, and I need an honest opinion. I love how honest you are. It may be savage, but it's honest.
Okay, you said you transport, so I'm assuming you drive trucks.
Yeah, transit vans and minivans because I transport animals.
So that's the problem with that. It's not a problem with it per se, because it's your job.
Well, the problem is every time I try to open up to somebody or I try to engage, it starts off well, but it always ends bad. Either they ask me for money, which is okay if we both share it in the pot. But then it's just always something that always throws it off. They either cheat, they move around because I travel a lot. So I don't know what it is that I'm doing wrong. Should I change my profession? Like I love what I do. I make very good money doing it. But should I change my profession or should I change what I'm doing? Like I really don't know where to go from here, honestly.
Okay,
And
I
I
don't
just
know if
want my
they.
real
I'm not
opinion.
trying to be rude. I don't know if they trolling, but I ain't gonna take it there because I don't think so. All right, so I don't think so. You in a job field that's majority male dominated, right? A lot of men gonna see that as an issue because you in a job field that's majority male dominated. I'm gonna tell you another thing that a lot of men gonna take issue with: your voice. It's not me trying to be disrespectful. You have a very raspy, it's kind of like you got a deep voice. So a lot of men are gonna see that as a full turn off. That's like if I was to talk like this. It's like
Right.
women are not attracted. So I could be this macho as I want to be, but if I talk like this, women are not gonna like this shit regardless. So
Right.
I think your voice is gonna be an issue for some men. I think your job description is gonna be an issue for some men. And how did you say you? You said you're 38.
Yes, I'm 38.
You're 38. Do you have any children?
I do have 3 children.
How many different baby daddies?
All 3 different.
Okay.
No lie there,
So
but I started when I was really young. And all 3 relationships were at least 3 years or better.
that doesn't make a difference for anything that you just
Okay.
mentioned. So this is the truth of the matter, sweetie. You're 38 years old. You work in a male-dominated space. You have a masculine voice, and you have 3 kids with 3 different baby daddies. There is not any leverage that you have in a dating market to get me in. I'm sorry. And if I went to your page, I'm not saying that you bad looking, but you're just not that attractive. So your issue is going to be the fact that most men are not going to see you as any type of relationship material because they have to deal with the fact that you don't make good decisions. And your history has shown you that. One baby daddy, not a mistake, but one baby daddy you could say is a mistake. Sure, I wouldn't say it was a mistake, but say mistake. 2, 3, that's a choice. You're deciding to be a single mom and give a baby to a man who ain't put a ring on your finger and ain't stayed with you, or who haven't connected to you long term. So, unfortunately, it's just gonna be real hard for you to keep any relationship at this point because you're 38 years old. Like, if it's a dude that's 41, let's say if it's a dude that's 41, why should the 41-year-old, if it's another version of you with no kids, and that is, let's keep the same age, 38, no kids, and don't got a raspy voice, and work as a secretary at an elementary school, why would he choose you over that woman?
I have a lot to offer besides a deep voice. I was born a woman. I'm beautiful in person. As far as that's concerned, if you feel like I'm not that attractive in the photo, that's your opinion. You're definitely okay to have
Focused on the wrong
for
shit,
some,
man.
and that's okay. I don't have to attract them. But as far as baby daddies being a choice, you are correct. You're 100% sure. If it's not going to work with the first one, obviously I was 15 when I had my first one, so that obviously wasn't going to work. I was a child when I had that baby in the first place. But if I feel like this, if it don't work with the first one, try to move on and try to find your person. And that's what I was young when I had my kids. So yeah, I did make a choice. But as far as me having 3 kids, I don't know. I kind of disagree with that, but I guess I can hear what you're saying because that's a man's point of view, and that's kind of what I came out here for was a man's point of view.
I don't
So I
think
appreciate
I
your opinion
don't-
and your advice, if that makes sense.
Is that all you need?
Yeah, that's all I needed. Thank you.
I don't think you came up here for a man's opinion. I think you came up here for validation. And I think you came up here looking for what you tell yourself and what your female friends probably tell you. The truth of the matter is, you have no leverage in the dating market whatsoever. You're not that attractive. You're just not. I'm looking at your pictures. You're not that attractive. You have 3 different baby daddies and 3 different children. You're overweight. you have a raspy guy voice, and you work in a male-dominated job description, job field, men are not going to want to be with you. They not. You can disagree all you want, man, but your life doesn't agree with you. That's the fucked up part about this. You can disagree all day. Your life doesn't agree with you. So what I'm talking about, look at your life. I win.
Hello.
What's up, T? What's going on?
Okay, I have one more question. I'll let it be. I like to work. And do you think that would be a problem? Like, say if I find a person after I do everything you told you had said, take the advice that you had given me working with an alpha and trying to date an alpha male, you think that would be a problem? Does that make sense?
It's not about you working. No, working is not the issue that men have. Excuse me. It's the job that you're in, and it's the emotional toll or the baggage that comes with you working that men have an issue with. So, for example, if a woman, I'll give you an example. Like if a woman was working she worked in retail, working at I don't know H&M. I don't think that's an issue. But if she worked as a truck driver, no, I'm not dealing with that. Because which one do you think is going to come with more emotional baggage? Being a truck driver when you on a road, whether that be locally or nationally, by yourself, you got to load a bunch of shit. You got to drive. You got to unload it. You got to go back. You got to deal with it. Or a woman working at H&M where she's working in retail, talking to people every day, and she's using her kind of like just not saying that that job can't be stressful, but she's using her skills, which is being personable, being a social butterfly, which most women are. Which one do you think is gonna cause more stress?
Definitely, definitely the first.
You said who?
Definitely the truck driver.
Exactly. So it's not necessarily that you have a job. Like most women have jobs. There's nothing wrong with you having a job. There's nothing. There's nothing wrong with you making income. It's the job that you have. So if you was working as a I don't know, let's say you worked at you was a server at a restaurant. Let's say you was working as a server at Roof Chris. I don't see nothing wrong with that. You work as a server at Roof Chris. But if you was working as a stripper or a bartender, stripper is on a different level. That's the extreme. Let's say a bartender. I would much rather you work as a server. And when I say bartender, I mean like a bartender at like a club. I would much rather you work at the Roof Chris because it's a setting where it's not a sexualized type of setting. It's not a place where people are just drunk. And usually if you working as a server at Roof Chris, you're around people with maybe a couple dollars. People are there with their family. There's couples there. It's kind of a different setting than an intimate setting like a club. So that's the issue that men gonna have. It's not about the job. It's what the job is and the stress that comes with that job.
Okay, so I work at a warehouse. So that's basically the same. I work at ADUSA Food Line Distribution. And
you work at the desk or you holding you work at the desk or you lugging?
I do both.
Yeah, so that's kind of like the same type of thing. I don't think it's as bad as a truck driver or a bartender, but it's still not a job description that men gonna necessarily like. But just because that's like the thing, that don't mean that you can't get a man. I'm not speaking from an absolute to say because you work this job, you just can't get a man. No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm speaking on probability. So it's gonna be something that a lot of men gonna take issue with, or they may turn their face up at. You know what I'm saying? But it don't mean that you can't get a man. But what you do for work is definitely something that men gonna care about. For sure.
Okay. Because I was wondering, is that gonna? Because I'm a submissive. I still like to take care of people if I am involved with them. So can I do both?
You can do both what?
Be submissive and still work. Does that make sense?
Why do you want to do both?
No, I was just asking. It was just.
If you asking why do you want to do both? Let's see how submissive you are. Key, we go together. We living together. You my lady. I don't want you working. I want you to be in the house. Who you gonna submit to? Me or you gonna submit to the boss at your job?
You. So, yeah, you.
All right,
You hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay. That was kind of a dumb question, but
I mean, when I say me, I mean the man in general. It don't have to necessarily be me, but like a man that you'll be dealing with. Like if you as submissive as you claim you are, because you said the first time you came up, you was really honing in on the fact that I'm submissive. I don't raise my voice. I'm not argumentative. You said that, remember? So if you saying that, then that submission needs to go across the board. You shouldn't want to do both. You should want your focus to be taking care of the household and taking care of the children, and taking care of your husband, and let him take care of you. That don't mean that you can't work, but don't let the work be your priority. That's what I should say. That's what I will always say. I don't think I don't think relationships work best when a woman is the breadwinner or if y'all going 50-50. I don't think a woman's job is to do a man's job. I think you should do your job and what you better at. Women are more nurturing than men. Y'all are better at being caretakers. Y'all are a lot more patient with us, especially when it comes to children and people's needs from an emotional place. You should be where your skills naturally are gonna be at. My skills is gonna be to work in something that's a more kind of like a job that come with more baggage or more physical labor. So that's the thing. But just because you work at a warehouse don't mean you can't get a man.
Okay. Thank you.
Appreciate you coming up. Shout out to Keith. All you tether niggas coming up, you niggas not coming up. So go ahead and get that little shit. I'll try to bring him up. He ain't coming up. Last person of the day. What's going on?
Hey, can you hear me?
I can hear you, Sky, but it sounds like you in the sky.
Hold on. Okay, you can hear me?
I hear you a lot better now. What's going on?
Okay, I just have a quick question. I just wanted to know what's your perspective on like say a married couple. They have their responsibilities and you speak of like their roles and whatnot. So aside from their roles, like the woman being womanly and taking care of kids, the male, him working and whatnot, I want to know your perspectives like specifically on how would you pour into your wife and vice versa? Like what should they be doing? Like, what would that look like and how often? Because I only hear you speak about the roles, but what I want to know is like the more human aspect. Like, how would you pour into your wife? Like, what type of things would you do aside from the roles and the, rigorous nature of just everyday life? Like, what type of things?
Well, when you say things that I do, you mean like, because I'm thinking of a perspective of like maybe flaws that I see where I can help her, or you mean like
No, like pouring into each other specifically, like less, de-stress from like the kids, less distress from me going to work. Yeah, I want to know, like, paint that picture. Like, what would that look like? What is that supposed to look like? Because you speak on the roles and whatnot. I want to hear that part.
I got you. So I actually found this online. That's the first thing I'm mentioning. Do you know what they say is like the number one way to keep a relationship going outside of sex? Can you guess? I'm gonna give you one chance to guess. Can you guess what it is?
Communication.
Traveling. Yeah. They say that's like the number one way to keep a relationship, keep that spark up and keep people together. And it's 100% truthful when you think about it because it puts two people that's in a relationship in a different environment. In a vacation, you get a different feeling when you're in a vacation. Somewhere that's foreign, somewhere that's different, and you could create a new experience and cherishable moment that you remember when you go back home. And you remember that moment being with the person that you was with. So for me, I think consistent, frequent vacations, whether it be monthly, maybe every 2 weeks, every couple months, whatever that may be, frequent vacations is something that I would want to do with my lady. Dates, right? Different activities. Maybe there's something that we do. I guess as far as not even like where we got to spend money. It may be something that we do where we just do something at the crib. We may just set something up at the crib just because we want to do it. Something I like to do with my woman is it's 2 a.m. we bored. Let's go to the store and go get some snacks and just to go do this shit. Things like that. I would say, and I mean to the point that I spoke about earlier, just like if I see certain things that, flaws, not making those flaws to it, because nobody perfect, everybody got flaws. I would say helping her, with those flaws, and if whatever flaws that they may be, I could work on it with myself. I think another thing is therapy. I don't think therapy should be something that you do whenever the relationship is going bad. I advise people, everybody know this, or at least you've been watching me, you should know, if you're new here. I tell people before they get married, if they in a girlfriend or boyfriend relationship, they should go to therapy. and they should be going to therapy when it's positive. How can we keep this positivity going? Usually people don't check on their car until something fuck up on the car. Nah, if you want to keep your car together, check your car every 3 to 6 months. Go get a checkup, like a full checkup, not just an oil change. No, a full 360 inspection. That's the same way you should go about it in a relationship. Go to therapy. Go talk to somebody that's going to be able to keep y'all in that positive position that you in. You know, I think doing family oriented things is important. I think spending time with each other where other people are around is important, because you need to cherish that moment with just each other. So, and obviously, like, you know, different things is going to be subjective to who you are. Me, when I spoke about the boring, I'm a boring. I don't need to go to no club. I don't go to bars. I don't drink. I don't smoke. I like to be at the house. I like to watch movies. I like to eat. I like to work out. I like to travel. And I want to make that a routine with the woman that I'm dealing with, you know. So that's something I'll say just off the top of my head, you know. But I mean, it may be things that come up. Let's say my lady liked, she really liked cooking. She really into cooking. Let's go to a cooking class. I can't cook, but shit, let's go do it. Why not? You know what I'm saying? Let's just say, I'm into I don't know, anything. Let's say I'm into like race cars or something. Let's go to like a little, what's that stuff called? The go-kart stuff. Like, let's go do things. And it don't have to, like I said, don't gotta be shit we spending money on. It could be just regular shit we doing that don't cost shit. So that's what I would say. I would say activities and, you know, keeping that spark going and traveling is something I'm gonna do often. Hella travel.
That sounds good. I'm just glad to hear your perspective, because you're so like strict and like on what you say. So I'm like, I wanted just to know, like, what's your concept on fun and just keeping things going?
I like cuddling. I like cuddling with my woman. We cuddle, watch movies and stuff, and twiddle each other's toes in the covers. Yeah, I like all that shit. It's cool. Yeah.
Okay. And then my last question is, I heard you say that you have never gone to the strip club. I want you to explain, but how? Because, okay, you speak the way you speak. I know you speak about like religion and trying to be an upstanding man and all that. Like, I get it. But you have like a certain swag about you. You speak a certain way. So how is it? And then you were an athlete. So how is it? And what is it about whatever values that you have that keeps you from that, and why?
I heard this breakdown from an OG, and I know you're asking for my position, but I'm just gonna tell you the foundation of it. Number one, I don't think it's a flex. I think it's a flex if I'm in a room and there's a bunch of women around me. When you at a strip club, the majority of the population in the strip club is who? Men or women?
Men.
Exactly. So why would I think that it's cool to go to a strip club where it's maybe 6 or 7 women and about 60 to 70 men? That's not cool to me. Where we all in a section or in an area where we all getting hard and throwing money on a woman who ain't did nothing for us. I don't think that's cool. I don't understand that. Maybe it's just me, fellas, but I never understand the concept of you. Why would you go to a club, take your hard-earned money for a woman that it's a million other dudes that throw money on her too? Why would you go to a club and do that? Get hard and basically cuck yourself just to be around a woman. I can get my own woman and she gonna do that to me. I don't need to go pay for this shit. You know what I'm saying? So I think that concept is weird. I think it's kind of gay.
Okay, I just wanted to know, like, I don't know what's stopping you from that. Right? Yeah, because most women it's like, it's all the right.
So yeah, the OG was just like, man, the club ain't popping if it's you and a bunch of niggas and a little bit of girls. The club popping if you there and maybe a couple of your guys, but it's majority women. So that, to me, I just always thought that was weird. I never been drunk in my life. I don't drink alcohol, and I just never was a smoker. I probably been high maybe twice in my life. I don't like smoking. I don't like the way it made me feel. So it just wasn't nothing I fucked with, and I just stayed away from my whole life. It's just, I think this ain't for me. Some things that ain't for everybody. Strip clubs, bars, smoking, drinking, this shit just ain't for me. I don't.
Okay, well, thank you for that.
Sure, I appreciate you coming up. Any other questions, Scott?
No, not that I can think of.
Sure. Shout out to Scott. I appreciate you coming up, Scott.
See you.
Much love to Scott.